Hampton High School, the Hampton Talbots take on the Indiana High Little Indians tonight. The battle of two 3-4 teams, both with one conference win and both fighting for a playoff spot, so it's a pretty important game. Mark Hilliard joining you this evening from Hampton, and also joining me is Pat Doherty. So Pat, I kind of gave a little bit of a rundown in terms of the records and what this game means, but really an important game if either of these two teams have some playoff aspirations, which they both do.
Yeah, they really do, and if Indiana wins this week and beats North Catholic next week, they're going to get into the playoffs. So this game has significance tonight. Indiana's going to be shorthanded. They don't have their quarterback tonight, so we're not sure who Coach Wright's going to go with yet. That's going to be a game-time decision, as he said in his pregame interview. He's leaving no stone unturned. So it's going to be very interesting to see who lines up at quarterback for the Indians. Hampton, they won the conference last year. Went undefeated in the regular season, had a great year. They lost some guys. They have a new coaching staff. So they've had some change. They lost a tough one last week in overtime to North Catholic. The crazy thing of that game, Mark, was until North Catholic scored in overtime, there was not an offensive touchdown scored. There was a touchdown on a punt return and an interception return. But otherwise, it was a defensive struggle for the Talbots. So I'm hoping that continues tonight, and they aren't able to get their offense going against Indiana.
Well, offenses aside, that's one of the things when I was looking at this team that impressed me was their defense. I mean, yeah. They're holding teams to about 17 points a game. They had a couple shutouts already in the season, so their defense does shut some teams down, and they did so with North Catholic up until the second overtime last week. But that's one thing when you're talking about a little bit of a different offense with Indiana, with some of the injuries that they have. Going to be keeping an eye on that battle between that defense and the Little Indian offense.
Yeah, and what Hampton does is they want to be very physical, and they want to impose their will on you both sides of the football. They are a run-heavy football team on offense, and they pride themselves in stopping the run. So it's going to be a good battle here tonight.
So we are going to hear from Coach Wright. I think Pat talked to him just a little bit ago, and we'll hear that interview with Coach Wright and hear his thoughts on tonight's game and how some of those injuries may impact the lineup here tonight. We'll also take a look at our starting lineups and our keys to the game. That's all coming up from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. It is an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night featuring the Indiana High Little Indians. Also want to remind everybody, if you want to be tuning in on the Renda Digital TV side of things, the game will not be broadcast live, so you can tune in after the game. We were not permitted to broadcast that game live for reasons we won't get into, but you will be able to watch the game in its entirety with the radio commentary once the game is concluded. So you still will be able to watch it, just not live. We hope you tune in to our radio side, then you can watch the replays. Hopefully it's a great game. There's a lot of replays to watch on the Renda Digital TV side, and that's brought to you by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home. Our pregame show, Indiana Total Therapy pregame show, will continue with the interview with Coach Wright. Coming up next, you are listening to Indiana High Little Indian Football on AM 1450 WD80, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Little Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Are you thinking about getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would also like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them on and off the gridiron. And I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
Business happens here, and here, and here. At First Commonwealth, we believe that to be the best bank for the businesses that create strong communities, we need to understand the way they work, see their companies firsthand, meet them face to face, and build a relationship so we can help them build their business.
The ARC of Indiana County, working with the ARC of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the ARC of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or the arcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
Shield Industries of Indiana, your home for protective and decorative floor, concrete, and deck coatings, spray foam insulation, commercial roof coatings, waterproof and air barrier coatings. The team at ClimaShield Industries invites you to protect the things that matter to you the most. Whether it is commercial, residential, or industrial, give the team at ClimaShield a call for fast, reliable service for your next project. ClimaShield Industries of Indiana is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast and wants to wish the Lil Indians the best of luck.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Back to the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show. I'm joined by Indiana head coach Brad Wright. Coach, Armstrong was everything that was advertised, but I was actually impressed more by their defense. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, they're ranked now eighth in the state for a very good reason. You know, they play both sides of the ball, all three phases of the game. They're very solid. They have done a really good job of keeping people off the scoreboard in the first half. Outside of Aliquippa, I believe we're the only team to score on them in the first half. And I was really like the way in which we did it. We just need to be more consistent and put more drives together.
And Coach, Trevor Smith left the game in the second half. Can we expect to see him this week?
Trevor Smith will not play this week due to health concerns. That's about all I can give you in that regard. Okay. But we are expecting him to return hopefully the following week.
Okay. Are you willing to give us any idea who's going to be lining up at quarterback for you?
Well, I will say that we are not leaving any stone unturned, and that we have put a path forward that we feel is a winning path and gives us the best opportunity to be competitive and successful Friday night. It's going to be a totally different look, totally different person receiving the snaps. We're not asking this person to be a drop back passer. We're simply asking this person to play some wildcat, which means catch the ball and run with it and run hard. So it's not reinventing the wheel. We're not asking a whole lot out of the person doing this. We're just simply giving our best runner the ball as many times as we can.
Coach, last week Isaac Nygren was named the Scott Zellum Award winner. In the Indiana program, Scott Zellum means a lot to this program and this community. He's a veteran who served very admirably, attended the Naval Academy. Talk to me, if you would, about Isaac and what he means to your team.
Yeah, from my understanding of Scott, he was a model student athlete, and then later an adult, the exact kind of person you want your players to ascribe to be. And I see Isaac developing in his footsteps and in that mold. Isaac's a great kid. He works hard. He's a warrior on the field. He's very polite. You can tell he's been raised very well, and he does a lot of things that we hope the other players see, and we hope that they're following his example in leadership.
Okay, you're on the road tonight against Hampton. What can we expect from Hampton?
Hampton runs like a sling tee, like a shotgun wing tee on offense, and they're going to use motion to get their running backs on the edge. They're going to run counters. They're going to run power. So we can expect them to play a physical, run-based football game. They will spread it out a little bit in certain situations and throw the ball, but make no mistake, they want to grind you out. They want to rub you out and ground and pound.
Now, it looks like they've had a change at quarterback as well. Their starter, Joey Meyer, who was returning, he got dinged up, I think, against Kiski area. He's been on the field in some other positions I've seen, but he hasn't really taken too many snaps, maybe a few Wildcat snaps, but it looks like they're going with number 13 a little bit more.
Yeah, from my understanding, he's still battling through some injuries, and they're kind of just letting the week speak to them as far as whether he's going to be a full participant or not. We have to be ready for him, and we have to be ready for the other quarterback, number 13, who's been taking a lot of reps. So we have film on both, so I feel we'll be prepared.
Coach, good luck tonight. We will be back with more of the Indiana Total Therapy pregame show after this.
Fun for the entire family? White Township Recreation is now the hub for all of your youth and adult recreation programming. Programming is now open online for registration. White Township Rec offers anything from art classes to gymnastics to bowling to boxing, fitness classes, and much, much more. For more information on public skating, including birthday parties and recreation programs, please visit whitetownshiprec.org. That's whitetownshiprec.org. See you at Public Skate, S&T Bank Arena.
One of the coolest new products in the market, or maybe looking for that unique Christmas present? Psst, it will cure your pain at the pump.
SeaWorld Satellites is now offering the Go Express e-bike, made for the urban commuter and weekend adventurer, combining city cruising and all-terrain riding. From pavement to hills, streets to sand, take your Go Express bike to your next meeting or exploration. This e-bike can run up to 18 miles in electric mode. To look at or take a test ride, come to SeaWorld Satellites on Wayne Avenue in Indiana.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. From me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
Robindale Energy Services is a proud supporter of high school athletics and our hometown community. To do its part for the local rural areas, Robindale Energy has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot the western Pennsylvania landscape. These waste piles, remnants from past decades of mining in the region, are removed and used to create affordable energy for America. Robindale Energy has helped to clean up hundreds of miles of streams and channels. In the area where the land has been restored for a while, streams have become alive again and able to support plant and fish life. For employment opportunities, contact Robindale Energy at 814-446-6700, extension 122.
Hello, this is attorney Patrick Doherty. When playing sports, it's important to know the rules of the game. When faced with a legal challenge, you also need to know the rules of the game. Allow me to use my more than 20 years of experience to help you develop a game plan for your legal needs. Whether it's criminal, real estate, estate planning, or family law, my office is here to help. Contact us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to ensure you know the rules of the game. Good luck this season from the Law Office of Patrick Doherty.
A van hasn't returned your call? Chuck and a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
And we're back with our ITT pregame show live from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. Mark Hilliard and Pat Doherty. We also have Doug Steve on the sidelines doing our Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports. So we'll check in with Doug here in a little bit and throughout the game here tonight. But right now, I believe it's time for our starting lineups.
All right, Mark, good. All right, so Indiana's offense, they're going to come out at center. You have Ben Cochran. At the guards, you got Mason Fisher and Colton Augustine. At the tackles, they have Carson Beatty and Josh Nelson. At the wide receivers, they have James Mill and Anthony Kowchuk. In the backfield, you're going to have a combination of Liam McFarland, Garrison Doherty, Isaac Nygren, and Levi Porter. We don't know where anyone's going to line up, so it's going to be exciting to call this game tonight. Coach Wright has kept this under his hat, even in pregame warm-up, I can't tell you. On the defensive side for Indiana, pretty much the standard group here at defensive end. You have Alvin Liu, defensive tackle, Carson Beatty. At the nose tackle is Ben Cochran, and at the other defensive end is John Wyatt. Your linebacking core is led by Isaac Nygren and Garrison Doherty and Levi Porter. In the secondary, you have Liam McFarland, Anthony Kowchuk, James Mill, and Evan Brocious. That secondary has been pretty much intact. Now, they also would be filled in with Trevor Smith from time to time at safety, but he's out tonight, as we know. Hopefully they get him back next week. For the Hampton Talbots, as we said, they come in at 3-2, 1-2 in the Greater Allegheny Conference. Again, they have quarterback issues. We're not exactly sure who's going to be a quarterback for them. To start the season, they had a returning starter, number 9, Joey Meyer, but he got hurt against Kiski-area. He's been playing some wide receiver and some safety, but he hasn't played quarterback. So it looks like number 13, Adrian Midgley, may be their quarterback tonight. Both of them took snaps in pregame, so we'll have to wait and see. But they are led by number 22. Their running back is Brock Borgo, tremendous athlete.
Yeah.
They want to get him out on the edge. They have a very talented wide receiver, number 5, Benny Hasselrig. I was talking to one of the coaches at IUP yesterday, and he told me, he goes, we really want this kid, Hasselrig, so we'll see. We may see him in the future. Number 3 is Eric Weeks. He's also a wide receiver. They line up with a traditional tight end. That's number 43, Gabe Harris. Their line is anchored by their center, Caden Houlihan. At left tackle is Gabe Gianelli. At left guard is Aiden Lewis. At the right guard is Mike Santorello. And at the right tackle is Liam Martin. On defense, their cornerbacks are Luke Hartley and Eric Weeks. Their free safeties, Joey Meyer. And their linebackers are Michael Morgano, Brock Borgo, Dylan Rubenstein, and Nate Glock. Nate Glock's an interesting one. He's 6 foot, 265 pounds, playing linebacker.
Yeah.
So
I noticed that they had him listed as outside backer too.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah, and their defensive line is, you got Gabe Gianelli, Matthew Knoll, Gabe Harris, and Aiden Lewis up front. So, this will be a very formidable task for the Indians, but it's a game they can win. And, it should be a good game tonight, Mark.
Well, they're going to have to play a solid game and maybe simplifying things, with a new quarterback, whoever that might be, in a different type of offense. Maybe that'll help them out a little bit. But they're going to go up against a tough defense, and I'm sure Hampton's playing with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder after losing last week. I think that they're going to be a little bit extra motivated, I think, because of that loss, as we talked about. So,
and they have playoff aspirations as well. So.
Yep. So we will come back, and we'll have, when we come back, our Keys to the Game sponsored by Luther Ford Lincoln, and we'll get ready to start with our opening kickoff, find out who won the coin toss, all that and more as we conclude our Indiana Total Therapy pregame show. We're going to come back, and we'll just a few minutes away from the kickoff for tonight's game between Hampton and the Indiana High Little Indians. You are listening to Indiana High Little Indian football on AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, biofreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
Meet the Berkshire Hathaway team, the quarterback, Tom Moreau.
In football, to be successful, you have to have the talent, the right game plan, and be able to execute it. In real estate, whether you are buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway always has the right game plan for you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced team at Berkshire will help you cross the goal line if you need to sell or you're in the market to buy.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience. Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, Indiana, and online, thepreferredrealty.com.
Year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
The Coney Island Restaurant wishes all the Indiana football teams the best of luck this season. The Coney is proud to say it has served the Indiana community for over 88 years. The Coney is a full-service restaurant with indoor and outdoor dining. The Coney also has full banquet facilities for whatever function you're planning. Visit the Coney website at theconey.com. The Coney, 642 Philadelphia Street in the heart of downtown Indiana.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
And we're back here at Hampton High School getting ready here to start this one. We'll start with the keys of the game, although I imagine we're going to have the national anthem here soon.
We'll
so let's see if we can get the Luther Ford keys of the game.
Yeah, look, Indiana has to stop Hampton's running game. No two ways about it. They have to really do a good job of gang tackling. Borgo is a big kid. They're going to have to run to the football and wrap him up. They run tight formations. They want to get the ball on the edge to him. They pull their linemen. It's basically a wing T offense out of a shotgun. They do throw the ball a little bit more. Number 5, Benny Hasselrig, he is dynamic. The secondary is going to have to do a good job. He was on a visit to the University of Pittsburgh last weekend, so we'll have to see how good he is. And as I mentioned before, IUP is interested in him. We'll take a break for the anthem, and then we'll come back.
Be back right after this. See the Little Indian football AM 1450 Two here, two. What so proudly we held at the twilight clouds leaving. You thought bright, bright, bright stars through the perilous fight. On the ramparts we watched were so game, but let's go back to our pizza game brought to you by Louisville.
Thanks, Mark. Okay, so they are not without Trevor Smith. What are they going to do? Are they going to simplify things? Are they going to we'll find out who's going to be lining up at quarterback here shortly, but we'll have to wait and see what. But Indiana has to maintain the football. They have to be able to get possessions, don't turn the ball over and eat up the clock. The best defense is a good offense. Keep Hampton off the field and convert those into points, though. They got to convert drives into points. Special teams, Indiana has to do a good job of covering kicks, covering punts, and not giving field position. The last couple weeks, where they've gotten in trouble is by giving their opponents a short field. So if Indiana can do a good job of keeping Hampton in their own end, they got a chance tonight.
We'll remind you again that the Renda Digital TV broadcast will take place, but it will take place following the game. So if you're tuning in here because you haven't been able to find the TV broadcast yet, it's we're not permitted to do broadcast it live here from Hampton, so we are going to be doing it following the game. So you will be able to see it in its entirety immediately following the game, and that is, of course, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home. It is nice we have the camera here, so we'll be able to see some of the replays and things that will be happening on the field tonight. And the team's now going out for the coin toss. Ceremonial, we should say, because I believe they did hold the coin toss a little bit ago.
Yeah, you know, my understanding is that Hampton won the toss. They elect to receive. They'll take the ball first. So Indiana's defense has to get off to a good start.
Well, this is what goes back to the field position talk as well. So you get off to a good start, give your offense decent starting field position on their first drive, and it kind of sets the tone for this game. But this would be a good battle here right off the bat here with that tough running attack by Hampton. Brock Borgo is one we're going to be keeping our eye on. Let's hope we're not calling his name a whole lot tonight, but certainly a young man that's going to be a load to bring down tonight.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, but you can't just load up because then they'll take a shot with Hasselrig over the top.
Correct.
So, you know, this will be it's going to be a formidable test for Indiana tonight.
And the toss, that was won by Hampton. They're going to receive. Let's go down for our first Crimson Wealth Management sideline report down to Doug Steve, just to see if Doug heard anything during warm-ups about the offense, or, you know, get his thoughts on tonight's game. Doug?
Okay, thank you, Mark. And, you know, Indiana's going to be on defense first, so we'll have to wait a little longer to see who's the quarterback. But from what I've been hearing down along the field, it's going to be Garrison Doherty. He's going to run the Wildcat offense here this evening. So we'll see that hopefully sooner than later for Indiana. You know, the other thing about playing down here at Hampton, I hate because every time Hampton scores, they have this horn that goes off in the neighbor's yard up on the hill. Hopefully we don't have to hear that too much this evening. And, you know, both teams, playoff aspirations, if Indiana wins their last two section games tonight and next week with North Catholic, they very well should be in the playoffs. So both teams have a lot to play for, and a beautiful fall evening here in Hampton. Back upstairs.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah, weather is perfect. It's a great fall evening here in mid-October, and we already heard that horn a couple times in the pregame. So yeah, I'm with you, Doug. We don't need to hear that too much anymore for a lot of reasons. Should mention Hampton's band. They put on an elaborate pregame show, fitting for Halloween with a lot of different costumes and everything else. So did an excellent job. Very large band here.
Yeah, it was. They always do a good job with their band, but you know, we'll see Indiana's band at halftime, and you know, see how they do tonight. They made the hour and 20-minute trip down here to Allison Park.
So here we go, getting set for the opening kickoff. Indiana taking on Hampton, and the kick is up. A short kick going to be taken, fair caught to the 35-yard line, and well, you heard the announcer, Sean Donlin. Getting a little bit of a glare from the windows, so some of those numbers are a little tougher to read, so I'm going to have to squint. I think it may just be I'm getting old.
That's part of it. We're all getting old.
But the starting field position for the Talbots is going to be right at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10.
And they spread Indiana out right away, huh?
So trips right for the Talbots. Shotgun formation here for Hampton. One receiver spread out to the left. always wondered why they didn't call movement there, as he's still going in his snaps. You have guys moving around, but trying to draw them off sides here is going to be the give up the middle to Borgo. Borgo's trying to cut it outside. He misses, makes one guy miss, crosses the 40, gets to about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Indiana had that diagnosed. The defensive end just wasn't able to make the tackle, and he was just able to bounce it out, so that's a gain of about 7.
And that run, a little bit off tackle, but you can see, I think you called it earlier, too, in the pregame, that he does like to try to take it out outside the tackle box if he can. He certainly did there for a gain of 6, almost 7 yards. Opposite formation here, a trip spread out to the left. And that is Mayer back calling the snap. We did not mention that for the first one, but Joey Mayer back as the quarterback in the shotgun formation. Borgo, sidecar right. And back to pass is Mayer. It's going to be a little hitch and go. Good coverage by Indiana. He's going to have to scramble. Tries to throw the ball, but that ball looked like it was incomplete. As Hasselrig, boy, you can see some of the skills he has as he kept those feet in bounds, just could not hold on to the ball as it was thrown well out of bounds. But nice effort by the young man.
Yeah, and the secondary for Indiana did a really nice job there of covering their receivers. And Mayer had some time, but really his first read wasn't there.
Same formation here for the Talbots. It looked like that was going to be a hitch and go attempt as he did a little hook and go, but that was well covered by Indiana. 3rd down and 3 here on the opening drive by Hampton. Back to pass is Mayer. He's going to look to try to hit the man across the middle, and he makes the completion into Indiana territory down to about the 45-yard line. That is going to be Adrian Midgley, I believe. It's at number 13. Yes. He was the former quarterback last week. But he was on the reception there. Nice gain for Hampton and a 1st down in Indiana territory. Hampton hurry-up offense and now spread. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Borgo. Sidecar to Mayers. Well, now in motion goes to his left. Mayer calling the signals, but looking over to the sidelines for some guidance from the coach. He's going to give it to Borgo. No, he's going to keep it up the middle with a fake. Cross the 40, takes it down near the 35-yard line. Some hard running there.
Very opportunistic there. They got very lucky. That ball came out and hit the turf, bounced right up and landed right into Meyer's lap. So he was able to make about a 9-yard gain there.
Yeah, and he was fighting for extra yards, too. Did a nice job keeping on his feet, but almost cost him. Indiana definitely needs a stop here. 2nd down and 1, 9:50 to go, but the Talbots are driving. Here is a swing pass to Hasselrig. Makes one guy miss, takes it across the 30, near the 25-yard line. They're actually going to spot him at about the 27, so just a little wide receiver screen pass. Hits Hasselrig, and all it took is making one guy miss, and then gets a 1st down and positive yardage.
Yeah, I mean, they just got it out to Hasselrig very quickly, and he was able to make the first tackler miss and had the sideline.
Here's Mayer calling a few signals basically just to get a sense for what kind of defense is being set up there. Spread formation here for the Talbots. Here's Hasselrig in motion. He's going to get the handoff. He's going to cross the 25-yard line, makes another guy miss. Boy, he just stepped right in front of an Indiana tackler and made him miss, and gets a 1st down for Hampton inside the red zone.
Yeah, that was just your jet sweep. Nothing fancy, but he was able to make a guy miss. And again, now he's got the ball down to the 15.
It's been a trend here on this drive where Indiana's been in decent position on a lot of these longer plays, but the skilled players for Hampton have made the defenders miss, and it's cost them now as they're 15 yards away from the end zone. Trip spread out to the right. Mayer is going to fire, pass into the end zone. That's going to be out of bounds. Hasselrig was the intended receiver. A couple passes thrown near the sidelines by Mayer have been a little off the mark, well out of bounds, and it might just be a little bit of rust.
A little bit of rust. He's coming back off that injury, and
but either way, you can tell who his main target is. When he's dropping back, he's looking for number 5.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd look for number 5 too.
Yeah, I would too. 2nd down and 10. He makes a lot of guys look a lot better. 9:29 left in this first quarter. Opening drive by Hampton. They are driving with 15 yards from the end zone. Here's the give to Borgo up the middle. Indiana is right there, though. Good tackle and a good job of pursuit. I think McFarland was one of the guys in there to wrap up the legs of Brock Borgo. Sets up a 3rd and 9. That's what Indiana needs to do, is get that pressure, and did not allow him to get to the outside. Wrapped him up. And
yeah, and that was more of a off counter or off tackle run. They didn't really try to get it on the outside.
Keep your eye on Hasselrig here on 3rd and 9. He's the slot receiver. He's going to run a pattern into the end zone. He's double covered. The ball is going to be thrown. Does he hold on to the football? He does, and they're going to say he was out of bounds, though, and did not get both feet down. Boy, he outran both defenders on that play, and we're going to take a look at the replay on 3rd and 9. It looked like, it
looked like
awfully close.
It was very close, but it looked like his knee came down out of bounds. They're going to attempt a field goal here.
Yes, so incomplete pass.
31-yarder.
It was a nice-looking throw there by Mayer, too. Almost was able to complete an impressive touchdown, but here, 4th and 9 from the 14. The field goal attempt. It's going to be a bad snap. He's going to roll out to the right. The ball is going to be thrown, and it's going to be picked off by Indiana. Right about the 1-yard line. And
unfortunately, Anthony Kowchuk intercepted it, but he needs to just knock that ball down, because now Indiana has the ball on the 1-yard line. Knock that ball down.
It's so tempting, because your instinct is to intercept that ball, and especially on a botched play, you want to do everything you can to keep them out of the end zone. But you're right. Instead of, the 15-yard line or the 14-yard line as your starting field position, you're on the 1 with a new quarterback, a new offense. It's going to be a tough situation. But they did keep them out of the end zone.
But the good news, that's right, they kept them out of the end zone.
So the opening drive was stalled by this Indiana defense. And big play here as they're setting up 1st and 10 under center.
And that's Liam McFarland.
And McFarland looks like he's just going to push it just up the middle. Lined up under center, and just quarterback kept it up the middle for a couple of yards to give themselves a little bit of breathing room. We're going to see what they're going to... Now we might see how this offense is truly going to look now that they have a little bit more breathing room. It is Doherty in the shotgun. Nygren will be the running back to his left. 2 receivers split to the right for Indiana. And here is Doherty going to hand it to Nygren up the middle. Finds some running room as he crosses the 10-yard line. The ball is going to come out, though. Hampton is going to get the football, taking it close and into the end zone for the touchdown.
I'd love to see this. In high school,
2 receivers split to the right for Indiana.
It's a live ball. He looked down from up here.
Brock Borgo was the one who recovered the fumble and took it into the end zone for the touchdown, but Nygren, we'll see if we can get
there's a flag. It's going to come back. There's definitely a flag.
Well, the
question is, was it post-possession?
I guess we're going to see. Would like to take a look at that replay if we could. Personal foul.
Blindside block on Hampton.
So that likely will be after the fact.
Be a 1st down for Hampton.
So Hampton will have the football after the fumble. Disappointing, as that was a decent run. Certainly would have given Indiana at least a little bit of breathing room, if not a 1st down.
Oh, it was absolutely a 1st down.
So, but unfortunately, the fumble gives the Talbots the football, and they're going to be placed all the way back at the 30, so it's not a touchdown. But it is a fumble recovery and a change of possession, and it gives the Talbots really good field position.
Yeah, and that's really not what you wanted right out of the chute, but now the defense has to stop him.
Here is Borgo now in motion. He lined up as a slot. Indiana has him wrapped up. He is deep in the backfield by the 40. He is going to be brought down. That's going to be a loss of about 8 or 9 yards, depending on where he is spotted. But was that Mills I see getting up in the backfield as well? I'm trying to see who.
Mill there, and Alvin Liu did a good job to make Borgo have to run the hump.
And that's what they need to do to prevent him from going. He's looking to try to hit that edge, and they sealed that off pretty well, kept forcing him to go east to west, an 8-yard loss, 2nd and 18 now at the 38-yard line. Man in motion. That is going to be a fake by Mayer, who's going to keep it up the middle. He is going to take the football and run almost to a first down.
He's going to be about 2 yards short, Mark.
Quick first step, though, by Joey Mayer.
And all they did there was run a quarterback counter.
Faked the handoff. I think that might have been Hasselrig coming in motion and faked it to him and just immediately took that right up the middle. Big pickup, though, on 2nd and 18, 15 yards, 3rd down and 3. Here's Mayer with 2 receivers split to the right. Everybody else is bunched up with Borgo to Mayer's left. Ball placed in the 23-yard line. The give is going to be to Borgo. He finds a little bit of a hole up the middle. Looks like he's going to take it for a first down, just crossing the 20 into the red zone. So that will move the chains for Hampton.
Hold on, Mark. There's a flag.
We'll see. They are stopping the clock here for something. I did not see... I do not see a flag on the field unless he picked it up, but they are absolutely stopping it and have not moved the chains yet.
They have not moved the chains, so let's see what this call is. There is a flag. The referee had picked it up.
I'm not sure what some of the Hampton players, if they're signaling it's against Indiana or if they're frustrated by the call, but officials do look like they were pointing towards Indiana.
It's going against Indiana.
Face mask. Okay, so that would still be a first down anyways with the run, but it looks like it's just the 5-yard variety, so.
It's going to be on the 14.
So instead of the 19-yard line, it is still a 1st and 10, but now from the 14-yard line. 6:20 left to go in a scoreless first quarter. Indiana's ran 2 offensive plays. It's been all Hampton on offense. Other than that, that fumble put Hampton in great field position after Indiana thwarts the 4th down conversion attempt. Here is going to be the fake by Mayer. He's going to take it up the middle. Boy, a touchdown saving tackle, shoestring tackle. I'm trying to see if that was...
Let's see on the replay. Levi Porter, it looks like. Yeah, and what a good job by the Hampton line. They just really, the defense sold out and really jumped on Borgo.
That is going to be something to watch because the play fake to Borgo, every time that he has done that, Mayer's kept it. He's had a lot of running room because the defense has been selling out on that running back as well. You'd expect them to, but 2nd and 1 now from the 4. Here is going to be a screen pass to Hasselrig. Hasselrig dances into the end zone after making a guy miss. No flags in the play this time. That is going to be a Hampton touchdown.
And they put Midgley in at quarterback to make that throw.
Well, he didn't have to throw it far. It was just a wide receiver screen pass, and Hasselrig gets one-on-one, makes a guy miss, and gets into the end zone.
And watching on the replay, now the thing was it was thrown behind the line of scrimmage, so the pick doesn't matter. But they did a good job of picking off the defenders.
So here is the extra point. That is going to be good. 7-0 is our score. The Talbots strike first. 5:14 left to go in the first quarter. We'll be back after the 60-second timeout. You're listening to Indiana High Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
And Lipniscus, Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues.
You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
Our family business has served Indiana and the surrounding counties for more than 3 decades.
Once you do business with Hutton Blues Insurance, we'll make you a customer for life.
So best of luck, area teams, from your friends at Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
Seven nothing Hampton. Let's go down to the field with Doug Steve for our Crimson Wealth Management sideline report.
Okay, thank you, Mark. And you know that fumble by Indiana by Isaac Nygren, the coaches down along the sideline firmly believe that the ground caused the fumble. I don't know if you guys were able to see that upstairs or not, but Indiana has to get something moving right now, and Garrison Doherty is in at the Wildcat.
Thank you, Doug. And yes, it looked that way from up here. We did not get we're able to see the replay, so we don't know for sure as Doherty fakes this handoff. He's going to take it himself up the middle. He finds some running room, breaks another tackle, crosses the 40, still on his feet. That ball comes loose, but Indiana does fall on it. So Indiana finding running room, but got to hold on to the football. That one almost disastrous again, as a great run by Doherty. Indiana will take over, though. They do recover that fumble, and the ball will be placed at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, that was just, the quarterback. He got right behind the lead blocker and had some running room there.
4:50 to go here, 7-0 Hampton. Doherty in at quarterback. This time he's going to follow his running back Nygren up the middle. This time not a fake handoff, just a quarterback keeper, and he's going to be brought down right near the line of scrimmage. May have picked up a half yard, but it's going to be about it. Trying to work that Wildcat formation. You have Nygren in the backfield with Garrison Doherty. Spread formation here with 2 receivers split left, 2 split to Garrison's right. Here comes man in motion. The snap is going to be directly to Nygren, I believe.
No,
that was to Garrison.
It was Garrison. It was a little bit of a low snap, but nothing. He got stoned right at the line of scrimmage.
And so this is where we talked about that defense of Hampton priding itself in stopping the run. You've had a couple of big runs by Indiana, but everything else has been shut down right near that line of scrimmage, and now we're going to see a 3rd and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Big play here for this Indiana offense, a new look offense tonight. Another man in motion. The snap is going to be to Doherty. He's going to drop back to pass, fakes the pass, and is going to try to take it up the middle. Wanted to take it in between the tackles, and looked like he might have had something there, but tried to bounce it outside. They're going to bring him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, I mean, look, the reality of this offense is you got to be able to block it. And if you're not able to block this, I see too many linemen just standing around, not blocking anybody. So, and Hampton does a good job of taking the run away.
Yeah, looked like there was some room there up the middle, but I think that was Glock who stepped up in that hole and forced Garrison to cut it outside. Here is the punt. Nice punt by Indiana. Is going to take a little bit of a little Indian bounce inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So on a 4th and 13, Indiana does flip the field a little bit, but again, only 3, a very quick
yeah, they got one first down, but after that, Hampton just said, no, we're nothing doing.
And at 2:43, it seems like this Hampton offense has been out in the field almost the entire quarter with the way that it has felt so far. They only lead 7-0 right now. Indiana's defense had slowed them down, but you'd like your offense to help you out a little bit to give the D a rest. And so the ball on the 29-yard line. Bunch formation here for Hampton as Hasselrig, the only receiver who is split out wide. Here is the running back up the middle. That's Borgo. He is going to outrun everybody except maybe Hasselrig, who is going to be coming to meet him in the end zone, but that's going to be a Talbot's touchdown as he just made everybody miss and used that speed to take it 71 yards into the end zone for the score. 13-0 Hampton.
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing fancy there. I mean, that was just, they pulled their lineman. Borgo got right behind him. That's their staple. That's what they want to do. Indiana's got to come up with an answer.
Here is the extra point attempt. It is up and good. 14-0 at 2:29 left to go. Hampton takes the lead. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to Indiana High Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, two great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, order your new Ford and lock in 2.9% APR financing for 60 months, no matter when your new vehicle comes in. That's right, order your new vehicle now and your interest rate is locked in even if rates go up. Just stop in today and drive away in your new vehicle from Luther Ford. Luther Ford, two great locations, Homer City and Evansburg. Click on lutherford.com.
So kick return takes the ball to the 33-yard line. Let's get down to Doug Steve. Doug, what'd you see? A very short drive there for the Hampton Talbots.
Just like you guys talked in the pregame, very physical team, Hampton. They're going to come right after you, and right now Indiana has to find some answers.
Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports, and another fumble recovered by Indiana. But Indiana, that's the third time this offense has put the ball on the ground. They've recovered two of them. But what it does is it stops, it basically is a no gain on a first down, and this offense needs to find a way to get some yards and keep the chains moving and give their defense off the field.
Yeah, they really need to find something.
Here is going to be a fake handoff by Doherty. He's going to be met immediately. That's Gabe Harris. Also Mike Morgano. Both met Garrison right in the hole, pushed him backwards, but he will gain forward progress for a yard. Timeout on the field. We're going to take a 30-second timeout as well. 1:32 left to go in this quarter. 14-0, Indiana facing a 3rd and 9. When we return, Indiana High, Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home.
Contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at beyondthesunsetpets.com, helping families and friends honor their loved one.
$1:32 left to go in this opening quarter. 14-0 Hampton. Indiana facing a 3rd and 9. Again, Trevor Smith out at quarterback. Indiana's new look offense here for tonight, struggling to move the football a little bit as they're on their own 34-yard line. Here is Doherty back to pass. Wide receiver screen, and he's going to be met immediately. And Hasselrig comes up to greet Indiana. Ball pops loose, but they're going to rule it. It's an incomplete pass. 4th and 9. And Indiana's going to have to punt it away again.
Yeah, you got it. They have to do something to try to get the ball on the edge. They're trying to run in between the tackles, and they just don't have an answer for that right now. There's a stoppage here again. Let's see what this is about.
Well, and you're right, and Hampton is shutting down that middle. There's no room to run at all. But this Hampton offense has been clicking on their first couple of drives. Here is the punt. High kick to Hasselrig. He is going to take the ball at about the 40-yard line. Tries to back up a little bit to find some running space, but Brocious is going to bring him down. Actually, he's going to lose a yarder on the return, but
yeah, it was good coverage by Indiana there.
They got to find a way here, this Indiana defense, to stop Hampton.
Yeah, they have to get the ball and, you know, try to flip field position here. Just slow them down. I mean, you know, certainly that one play 71-yard drive, you can't do that.
No.
If you want to fight and compete.
This is Hampton's 4th offensive drive of the first quarter. Their first took it all the way down to the 4-yard line. Had a field goal attempt that was botched and not converted. Here is going to be the fake. Give is going to be up the middle. Mayer takes it, dropped immediately though after, well, they are going to gain about 3 yards, but good tackle by Nygren to bring him down after a short gain. And it's a very quick first step. And when he fakes that handoff, he hits that hole quick. He doesn't dance around like you see a lot of quarterbacks do looking for a place to run. And this time it's going to be given up the middle to Borgo. He does not fake it and pull it back. And Borgo's going to get a couple more yards, but it will set up a 3rd and about 4, maybe 5.
And I think that was Carson Beatty, I believe, on that. But now Beatty's 56. So I'm not sure who 54 is.
Maybe somebody switched numbers on us here tonight.
Oh, you know what? That's John Wyatt. That's John Wyatt.
3rd and 4 here for Hampton from their own 44-yard line. Big play for this Indiana defense as Hasselrig comes in motion. Actually, sorry, that's not Hasselrig. Hasselrig's going to be out in the flat. He's going to make the catch. He's brought out of bounds. That is Dylan Rubenstein who came in motion, but the pass was to Hasselrig, who picks up the first down right near midfield.
Yeah, and Indiana brought pressure there and just didn't get to Mayer in time. So they have the ball right at the 50.
Did get out of bounds, so the clock stopped, but the ball right at midfield. 1st and 10 for Hampton. Bunch formation, Hasselrig in a slot position. There's going to blow this one dead. It looks like there's going to be some motion there. Looked to be on Hampton, but we'll see if maybe Indiana was into the neutral zone. Well, they are going to say they were in the neutral zone. It is so odd with these officials. They'll come over to talk to the coach before they'll make the call. And then officially make the call, but it's odd. 1st and 5 now as they move it 5 yards ahead. You could see the official come over and point. They were going to move it forward as he's talking to the coach, but they actually don't signal anything. But it was a neutral zone infraction on the defense on Indiana. Here's Hampton 1st and 5. Eric Weeks, the man in motion to the left. Going to give to Brock Borgo. He finds some running room up the middle. Boy, he's touchdown saving tackle again.
Isaac Nygren, but they're going to hold up here. Is there a hold?
There is a flag. Nice hole, though. He wasn't touched until Nygren tripped him up. Would have been a 1st down carry, but we'll see who this one is on. Again, such a long consultation by these guys. Still have yet to make any call. And it is a hold against Hampton. I've never seen such
very deliberate.
such uncertainty with calls that they've already thrown the flag, but it is a hold against Hampton, so that'll move it back.
That'll place the ball back in Hampton territory on the 49-yard line.
So it looks like that's where they're going to place it, the 49. So it's going to be 1st and 11, and well, now the first quarter will be over. So 14-0 Hampton with the lead. They will face a 1st and 11 when we return. You are listening to Indiana High, Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Rent the Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
Year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
Business happens here, and here, and here. At First Commonwealth, we believe that to be the best bank for the businesses that create strong communities, we need to understand the way they work, see their companies firsthand, meet them face to face, and build a relationship so we can help them build their business.
Back at Hampton with the Talbots holding on to a 14-0 lead. They're facing a 1st and 11 now from their own 49-yard line. Mayer back to pass, hits Hasselrig with the wide receiver screen. He's going to make one guy miss. I think McFarland jumped at him, but he sidestepped that tackle. Takes a 1st down run into Indiana territory down to about the 34.
Yeah, I mean, Hampton's just doing whatever they want right now on offense. Indiana has to find a way to get them off their rhythm.
1st and 10 now from the 34-yard line. Hampton goes from a bunch formation to a spread formation and seems to have success in both. Here's another receiver screen to Hasselrig. He's making one guy miss. That's McFarland, who stays with him, though. And a nice job. I believe that we said number 54. Is that Wyatt?
Yeah, that's John Wyatt. Wyatt, he normally wears 33, but with the guys getting hurt on the line, they had to change his number.
McFarland did a nice job that time standing him up. Hasselrig making sure he stood him up, and or was that Kalchuk, I think? No, that was McFarland, number 15. Again, it's that glare. 2nd and 13, so same formation here as Borgo is the running back to the right of Joey Mayer. Shotgun, and Joey's going to just keep it himself. It looked like be a kind of an option play, but he finally does get around the edge. Back to the original line of scrimmage. He was trying to use Borgo as a blocker, but Borgo kept running towards the sideline and never really got up to block the defender.
Yeah, Indiana did a good job at stringing that out, and Mayer just really didn't know what to do with it, so he tucked it and ran. It's going to bring up a 3rd and about 10.
So good job here the last couple of plays by this Indiana defense. Keep your eye on number 5 here. He's lined up as the center of 3 receivers, split here to the left. 1 receiver is split to the right. Man in motion for Hampton. Joey Mayer in the shotgun. He's going to drop back to pass, and there's going to be flags all over the place. Yeah, a lot of
It's going to be a penalty on Indiana from where the referee threw the flag, but I'll be interested to see what this is.
Yeah, it is going to be encroachment on Indiana. Neutral zone infraction. That hurts.
It really does. 3rd and 10 to a 3rd and 5.
Can't kill yourself with penalties. You're doing a nice job on the first 2 downs, setting up a 3rd and long. They just get a little too anxious. Ball moved now to the 29-yard line. 14-0 Hampton, 10:54 and a running clock here. Same formation here for Hampton. Although it is 3rd and 5, another man in motion. The snap. Here is Mayer back to pass. Going to hit a little screen up the middle to Borgo. He makes one guy miss, cuts to the outside. He's going to take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Indiana brought the pressure. Mayer threw it right over top of the pressure and the screen pass to Borgo, and Borgo did all the work, the rest of the work himself as he takes it into the end zone for the 3rd Hampton touchdown of the game.
Yep, I mean, there was nothing. And the thing is, they tipped that off on the play where the penalty was called right before it. They were calling a screen there too, and Indiana just was unable to make anything happen there. I mean, goodness gracious.
And there's that horn again, so it is another extra point that is good. Another touchdown, 21-0 Hampton with the lead. 10:34 left to go in the first half. Indiana's going to have to try to find an answer when we return. Indiana High, Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and the Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
The one with the stained glass ship in the front door. You liked the one with the 2-car garage. But then we found it, the one. It had a porch swing, a yard for our dog, a room for your office. Sure, it was 95 years old, but when we met with Amy at S&T Bank, she mentioned they had been around for over 115 years, and that made me feel better. Because even if we won't be here in 115 years, maybe our grandkids will be.
This is State Representative Jim Struzzi, and like most of you, I find myself ready to watch some Friday night football, and this season is no different. I want to wish all our area athletes, band members, cheerleaders, and all who participate the best of luck for a safe, successful, and fun-filled season. These games wouldn't happen without the support of the community, and as a parent, I know the importance of after-school athletics and programs keeping our youth's mind and body ready to tackle life's hardest lessons. From me and my staff, good luck, and I'll be rooting for each and every one of you.
10:22, Evan Brocious with the kick return takes it to about the 28-29 yard line. We'll go down to Doug Stee with our Crimson Wealth Management sideline report. Unfortunately, another touchdown, Doug, but are you seeing anything down on the sideline?
Well, you know, several times now coaches are yelling out what plays are coming, and just Indiana just can't make the plays. There's a cornerback counter. The one time they were calling it out. It's just Indiana sometimes they just have to defense. Someone has to step up and make the tackle back upstairs.
Thank you. And we were saying the same thing, a couple of those, especially with that screen. It looked like they were running the same play. It telegraphed it on the penalty, the play before. The defense just did not adjust at all to it, and 29-yard touchdown pass. So here is Indiana. Give is going to be up the middle to Levi Porter. Up the middle is trying to find some running room. He's dancing around tacklers, but there are just too many blue and yellow jerseys there to bring him down near the line of scrimmage.
Indiana has to do something to get these linebackers softened up. They got to try to run a screen. They have to try to run something across the middle. I know it's not your normal quarterback, but this is way too predictable, and Hampton is just teeing off and coming with their ears pinned back.
That front six, especially for Hampton, is just really having their way with Indiana. 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Here is going to be a receiver screen pass. It's going to be to Kalchuk. Makes a guy miss, and Kalchuk stays on his feet. Looks like he's going to pick up a first down. And good throw by Garrison. Nice catch by Kalchuk, and a really nice run to get the first down.
Yeah, that's really all you have to do is just those little quick passes to make something happen.
So ball placed now at the 41-yard line. This Little Indian defense needs to find a way, or offense, needs to find a way to move this football here. Give is going to be to Doherty as he takes the direct snap. He's going to get a couple of yards, but not more than that, 2 yards. I'm with you, Pat. I think they got to continue to find ways to get the ball to the outside because those middle linebackers are just teeing off up the middle right now, and they're not allowing anything.
Yeah, and if they can get somebody, maybe even like a little seam route, just get them behind that linebacker, you have a chance.
2 running backs in the backfield now, and it's going to be a little counter play to Porter. And he gets back to the line of scrimmage, but not much else. So 3rd down and 8. They had 2 backs set up in the backfield. I believe that was Nygren and Porter. And Porter faked it to Nygren, went the other way with Porter, but the defense was right there. And yet again, Indiana's faced with a 3rd and long. 8:22 left to go in this half. 21-0 Hampton. Here's Garrison Doherty. Take the ball. It's going to be a flag. Looked like there was some movement on that left side of the line. We'll see if they were drawn off or.
It's thrown in Indiana's side, so
Yeah.
that's usually an indication. Offsides on the defense. Oh.
It's funny, I've seen movement by both offenses with some of these calls, and the calls have gone almost entirely on the defense in every case so far. So maybe it's just what the officials are looking for. But either way, that definitely helps Indiana out because there's a lot more plays that are easier to call at 3rd and 3 than 3rd and 8. And it is 3rd and 3. And the ball is at the Indiana's own 48-yard line, trying to get it into Hampton territory, I believe, for the first time in this game. 2 running backs in the backfield with Garrison Doherty. 1 receiver split out to the right.
Yeah, they have 2 tight ends now. This is their big package that Indiana runs.
Doherty going to hand the football off. I believe that is Porter. Porter's trying to drive it up the middle. Does get about 1 yard to the 49. Needed to get to the other 49, though, so he's still going to be about 1.5 yards shy.
Yeah, I wonder if, well, they really didn't give him much. Yeah, I mean, just really a yard. And I think Indiana's going to try to go for this, being down 21.
Yeah, I think at this point you almost have to. I think Porter wanted to cut that up a little bit quicker, and by the time he made that decision, Hampton was on him. Boy, Hampton loading up the box. They're going to try to move it forward. The quarterback keeper, he's not going to get it.
What they did was they put Liam McFarland under center and tried to go quarterback sneak and really got nothing.
Well, Hampton put everybody in the box. I mean, they loaded everything up at that point in time, but either way, he is stopped. So Talbots would take over here. 7:05 left to go. 21-0. Doug, what did you see down there? Good decision to go for it on 4th down?
No, I mean, I think it was a good decision. They almost had to go for it. I just didn't like the play call right there. I mean, everything's clumped in the middle. They need to get outside or even do a little quick screen pass there.
Thank you, Doug. Our Crimson Wealth Management sideline reports, and I think we concur with Mr. Steve down on the sideline.
Absolutely.
On what that was called. So here is Joey Mayer back to pass. He is going to fire deep down the field. He's going to be looking for Weeks. And did he come down with the ball? Boy, he did come down and caught that ball at the 10-yard line.
That was a circus catch right there. Really good coverage. Indiana was right there in coverage. I mean, they made a play.
Brocious was right there with them, had the safety help as well. They had the 2 defensive backs there. Just an amazing catch by Weeks, taking it all the way down to the Indiana 10-yard line. That was just a tremendous play. 6:40 now left to go in this first half. Hampton 21-0. They're looking for more. Here is the man in motion, but it's going to be a fake. Joey Mayer going to quarterback keeper. He's going to be wrapped up, though, pushed back. Good job by Indiana. Trying to see, was that Brocious?
Yeah, it
looks
like
to be number 10 here who brought him down. Oh, that is Evan Brocious. Good read by Evan to follow Joey Mayer and force him out of bounds. He's going to lose about 3 yards on that play. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 13-yard line. 6 minutes to go in this first half. 21-0 Hampton. 2 receivers split to the left. The pitch is going to be to Brock Borgo. He's looking for the edge. He finds a seam, and he's going to take it into the end zone for the touchdown. Just waited for that hole to open up on the left side. As you're looking at the instant replay, Indiana trying to string that out there, but a great block there by the receiver. Actually, both receivers on that left side. A great job of creating that hole. Borgo runs into it for a 13-yard touchdown. 27-0. At the 5:50 mark. Extra point is good. So 28-0 is our score. Back after this, Indiana High Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM. Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
Pediatric Care Center of Indiana and Marion Center are proud to support our student athletes in tonight's game. Each athlete has represented their school district and their community to the best of their ability in these challenging times. Doctors Rizwan and Amina Jabber, physicians assistant Nikki Phillips, and the entire staff at both locations would like to wish all of the athletes best of luck tonight and in the future. The Pediatric Care Center, 2 locations, 119 Professional Center in Indiana and the Mahoning Medical Center, Highway 403 in Marion Center.
Shannon Lipniskus, Hutton Blues Insurance of Indiana, is proud to support high school football.
I'm Jay Blues. You can't beat football season, and when it comes to your insurance needs, you won't beat the service we provide at Hutton Blues Insurance.
Our family business has served Indiana and the surrounding counties for more than 3 decades.
Once you do business with Hutton Blues Insurance, we'll make you a customer for life.
So best of luck, area teams, from your friends at Hutton Blues Insurance in Indiana.
So the touchdown was Brock Borgo, a 13-yard run on the pitch, 28-0 after the extra point. Doug, Indiana doesn't seem to have an answer as we get on the sidelines for this Hampton offense.
No, they don't, and even defensively, they're just not being able to move the ball. Granted, you're using a Wildcat. They're not used to doing that, but they have to find some way to improvise offensively back upstairs.
Brocious' return takes it to the 36-yard line, and here is going to be Garrison Doherty, who finds a little bit of running room here on the first down carry. He's going to take it to about the 44-yard line. Hampton really hasn't been stopped. They had 5 offensive drives so far in this half. The first took it all the way down to the 4, and Indiana did, I guess, stop them, but it was the botched field goal that still, they took it all the way down to the 4-yard line.
And then Indiana fumbled 2 plays later.
So, but since then, every drive has been a touchdown drive for this Hampton team. 2nd and 2. 2 running backs in the backfield. Doherty's going to fake it, drops back to pass. He's going to hit the receiver, but the receiver might have actually lost a yard as he caught it behind the line of scrimmage. I think that was Porter. Caught the wide receiver screen. Porter's running to the sideline. His arm's kind of dangling down, though. Maybe just a stinger, hopefully, for him. They're going to call that a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 4 here. 4:30 left to go in this half. Indiana taking its time. 10 seconds left to go. I got a feeling they're going to, well, we'll see if they can get the playoff here. 5 seconds left to go. They're going to have to hurry. 3rd down and 4. They do get the quick snap off. Here is Doherty looking for that inside pass for McFarland.
Yeah, they were trying to run an inside screen to McFarland there, and I'm not sure he wouldn't have got it, I don't think, even if that had been completed, because they were right on him. Indiana, I hate to say it, and I know it's not your normal quarterback. You have to do something vertically to try to get this defense.
And really every pass has been of the screen variety. At this point in time, you got to try. They're going to go for it again on 4th down for their own 42-yard line. Here is McFarland in motion. He is going to get the handoff, but boy, Hasselrig comes in and slows him down. McFarland does push forward for a yard, but not enough. And the Talbots will take over again. Speed of Hasselrig, who just shot in there. He did not make the tackle, but he slowed down.
He just slowed him down just enough.
Yep, and that's what really made the play. So 1st and 10, the Talbots will take over. 4:09 left to go. And
again, Mark, field position.
Touchdown here would put them in the mercy rule in the second half.
Right, yeah, well,
it wouldn't start until the second
half.
But either way, it's still not what we expected. And the truth is, as Doug said too, you have it's a different type of setup here, different offense, but you're still missing 2 of your best players on that offensive
Yeah, your 2 linemen.
That makes a huge difference when you're playing a physical team like this. You're missing your quarterback. It's very difficult. Here's Mayer, back to pass. He's looking for his tight end, and boy, the tight end, I think that was Gabe Harris, who, if he just turned the other way initially, just got kind of turned around a little bit, was looking to the outside. If he would have turned in, he might have had a chance to make that catch. Instead, it was an incomplete pass, but wide open.
Wide open.
Nobody covering him at all from that tight end position. 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line.
If I'm Hampton's coaches, I'm coming back to that soon.
And the give is going to be up the middle to Borgo. He's going to fight his way through, lowers the boom on the defensive back and knocks him down, and he's going to pick up a first down at about the 29-yard line. But Borgo showed the speed earlier, and on this play, lowers the head and knocks back Indiana, picks up another first down. And yeah, you'd want to go back to that tight end, but it's not like they've called a whole lot of plays that haven't worked.
Right, exactly.
It's almost everything they're calling has been effective here for this Talbot's team. 1st and 10, the ball placed at the 28-yard line.
This is a Hampton team that did not score an offensive point last week.
Hard to believe that with what we're seeing here. 2 receivers split to the left, 1 to the right. Borgo in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. He's looking to dance around one guy. Goes into the linebackers, and he's going to be brought down, I believe, by Nygren. So he does pick up about 5 yards.
5-yard gain.
Just very little push from that defensive front for Indiana. They're,
you know, and you look at Hampton's offensive line, they're not real big. But, boy, are they physical, and they are quick off the ball, and they want to just get in after you.
Makes your job as a running back easier when you're not even being threatened to be touched until you get to that second wave of defenders. 2nd and 5 here from the 23. 2 receivers split right. Weeks split to the left. The give is going to be to Borgo up the middle again. He's going to be, well, near the 20-yard line. I think they're going to give him the 20, but he's still going to be just shy of the first down. So a 3rd down coming up for Hampton. Nygren, I think, on that tackle yet again. I think he was the Scott Zellum player of the game last week, wasn't he?
Yes, he was.
Doing a nice job here tonight, but need a few more tackles, unfortunately. 3rd down and 2. Here is going to be Mayer keeping it. Does get around that left side at speed. Does get him into the end zone. Nothing fancy about that. Quarterback keeper around the end, and just speed for a 20-yard touchdown run by Joey Mayer. 34-0 is our score. 1:58 left to go here in the first half. And as I said earlier, it's almost as if everything that they've tried has worked.
Yeah, they really have. This is just an offensive clinic tonight.
Extra point is up. Get ready for the cannon, or the train, I should say, whatever it is. The horn. 35-0. We'll come back with a Hampton kickoff when we return. Hampton with the lead. Indiana High, Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
This is State Senator Joe Pittman, wishing all of our student athletes and their families every success. Friday Night Lights are always exciting, and I recognize how important it is for students to be involved in activities, whether it be in athletics or the performing arts. I salute not only all of our students, but also all who guide them, on and off the gridiron. And I wish all of our hometown teams the best of luck this season.
.20-yard Joey Mayer, quarterback keeper, makes it 35-0. Here is going to be the kickoff. Going to be received by
Lipniscus.
Quinn Lipniscus. Doug, going down to the sideline for our Crimson Wealth Management sideline report. Levi Porter came off the field, looked like his right arm was bothering him. Did you see anything? Is he okay down there? It
just seemed like a stinger. They were working, the trainers were working on his shoulder like they would for a stinger, so we'll see if he comes back in. He's not back in this series yet, but just frustrating right now, Indiana. You could tell that the players, you know, when they're coming off the field, their heads are down right now, but hey, there's still half of football to play. You have to play with respect and play with pride right now for Indiana. Back upstairs.
Ball's on the 24-yard line, and here is going to be is that Nygren
Yeah.
has the handoff up the middle for a couple yards. And if you are Indiana, it is frustrating, especially on the defensive end. I think that's probably where you're a little more frustrated. But offensively, as we said, you had to put in a different type of offense. You have a new quarterback who's not really a quarterback, although he's done what he can. But you're missing two of your stud linemen. We do have a timeout on the field.
Doug, did Indiana call that?
No, you know what? Now this is what I get irritated. Hampton called the timeout. They're already up 35-0. It's going to be Mercer roll, and they call a timeout trying to get the ball back. I know this is a first-year head coach, but that's Bush League right there.
Yeah, those are the types of things don't win you any, don't make you any friends. That's for sure. But I don't quite understand what they would want to call the timeout for. But either way, 2nd down and 8, ball on the 26-yard line. Trips receivers to the left for Indiana. Here is Garrison Doherty, bobbles the snap. He's going to take it up the middle. He's going to try to fight for a couple of yards, but that is going to be number 56. So Mike Santorello is going to be the linebacker, comes up and hit him. And yeah, this is a little odd to call another timeout to get the football back when you're leading 35-0. If anything, from our standpoint, it slows the game down an awful lot from a radio broadcast, and really,
which normally isn't a bad thing if we got to do ads, but we'll keep it here for now.
So we will see what happens. Expect another timeout, though, if Indiana does not pick up a first down. They are facing a 3rd and 6. Indiana facing, I believe, North Catholic. Is that next week?
Yes. They'll have North Catholic at home, and then they'll have Plum at home.
So a couple of home games to close out the season for Indiana.
And we have our halftime feature coming up. I was able to sit down and do Senior Spotlight this week with Liam McFarland.
Nice.
So that'll be it coming up at halftime, so stay with us.
That will be our Indiana Total Therapy halftime show. Here is Garrison Doherty, inside screen. Going to be a wide receiver screens fighting forward. He's going to get right to the marker. We'll see. Well, one official spots him at the 33. The other one spots him at the 34. We'll see where he does it up. They're going to give him a first down. I don't suppose they're going to call a timeout now.
Yeah, that was just the inside screen that Indiana ran, and
good hard run after the catch to pick up that first down, get just enough. 1st and 10 now from the 34, a minute left to go in the half. Here is going to be Doherty. He's going to be grabbed in the backfield, and boy, 68 brings him down. It just seems as if that front for Hampton has been impressive tonight.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've talked about it. The offensive line for Indiana has really been, depleted. These kids are still busting their hump, trying to do the very best they can. But it's just, when you take away two 300-pound linemen, it makes it very difficult.
Trips right, 2nd down and 11. Here is McFarland in motion, right to left. He's going to get the, no, it's going to be a quarterback keeper. He's going to fight forward. He's going to pick up a couple of yards. Really was nothing there, and I thought for a second you were going to see a handoff to McFarland there. It was not. That's going to be the last play. I don't think there's going to be any timeouts called. Nope. 35-0 is our score. Hampton with the lead over the Indiana High Little Indians. Our Indiana Total Therapy halftime show is coming up next, featuring our Indiana Senior Spotlight with senior Liam McFarland. We're also going to have our Trib Live High School Sports halftime show. We'll take a look at the first half, if we really want to take a look at what happened in the first half, and take a look at some stats and more, all coming up on our Indiana Total Therapy halftime show. You are listening to Indiana High Little Indian Football on AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM, Rent the Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Recently voted Best Landscaping Company in Indiana County, Johnston Nursery Landscaping has been serving the area since 2002 in all phases of landscaping. J&L's primary focus is year-round property maintenance, driveway seal coating, excavation, and wholesale and retail Christmas tree sales. Let J&L take away the hassle of fall leaf cleanup and also help with those fall landscaping projects. It's a great time of year to work on those beautiful home projects. Check them out on Facebook, Johnston Nursery Landscaping.
Fun for the entire family? White Township Recreation is now the hub for all of your youth and adult recreation programming. Programming is now open online for registration. White Township Rec offers anything from art classes to gymnastics to bowling to boxing, fitness classes, and much, much more. For more information on public skating, including birthday parties and recreation programs, please visit whitetownshiprec.org. That's whitetownshiprec.org. See you at Public Skate, S&T Bank Arena.
The one with the stained glass ship in the front door. You liked the one with the 2-car garage. But then we found it. The one. It had a porch swing, a yard for our dog, a room for your office. Sure, it was 95 years old, but when we met with Amy at S&T Bank, she mentioned they had been around for over 115 years. And that made me feel better. Because even if we won't be here in 115 years, maybe our grandkids will be.
Robindale Energy Services is a proud supporter of high school athletics and our hometown community. To do its part for the local rural areas, Robindale Energy has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot the western Pennsylvania landscape. These waste piles, remnants from past decades of mining in the region, are removed and used to create affordable energy for America. Robindale Energy has helped to clean up hundreds of miles of streams and channels. In the area where the land has been restored for a while, streams have become alive again and able to support plant and fish life. For employment opportunities, contact Robindale Energy at 814-446-6700, extension 122.
Entire team at Sky Point Crane in Indiana would like to wish the Little Indians the best of luck this season. Sky Point Crane offers professional crane service, rigging service, and 3D lift planning for the oil and gas industries, general construction, manufacturing, mining, and energy, and telecommunication. With expert advice, execution, and the top-of-the-line customer service, Sky Point Crane is an industry leader in Western Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, and West Virginia. Good luck, Indiana, from the team at Sky Point Crane.
Are you thinking about getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would also like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
The Indiana County Technology Center.
Talbots with the lead here on Indiana, and really it was all Talbots in that first half, despite the score. I mean, 35-0 is what it is, but Hampton had 6 offensive possessions. They took the first one down to the 4-yard line and were stopped by Indiana, and then it went for a field goal on 4th down. Missed that, botched the snap, so Indiana did stop them, but then 2 plays later, they fumbled the football. Hampton then took it all the way down in for a Hasselrig touchdown pass on a screen. 7-0 was the score. One series later was a 71-yard Brock Borgo run, made it 14-0. Borgo also caught a screen pass to make it 21-0, ran the football in again. So he has 3 touchdowns in this first half, 2 on the ground, 1 receiving. And the final touchdown in the second quarter was Joey Mayer's 20-yard run on the quarterback keeper that made it 35-0. So that was kind of our recap, but it was really all Hampton, Indiana not generating any offense at all. And Pat, do you have any stats, First Commonwealth quick stats or thoughts or anything?
You know, obviously they're not real pretty, but Indiana passing, Garrison Doherty was 3 of 5 for 16 yards. Rushing the football, he had 9 carries, 25 yards. Liam McFarland has Isaac Nygren had 3 carries for 14, but he did have the 1 fumble, the first carry he had. Now, for Hampton, Joey Meyer, 6 of 10 passing, 112 yards with a touchdown. Rushing the ball, Borgo has 9 carries for 111 yards and 2 touchdowns. Meyer also has 6 carries for 53 yards and a touchdown. So, there you go, Mark. I mean, that's the tale of the game here. Indiana can't sustain a drive, and they can't get a stop on defense. So, that's not a good formula.
No, and we did mention Trevor Smith out in this football game, so he's out. Indiana already missing 2 of their stud linemen, so it doesn't help on offense or defense. But the defense, really, this Hampton team who did not score an offensive touchdown last week,
right?
Remind you of that, and here they are. They look like a juggernaut in this football game, and some of that's Indiana's defense. But I've been impressed with this offense. It just seemed like everything they've tried has worked. So some of that's Indiana, but some of that's just a great job by that offensive line and those skilled players.
Yeah, I mean, this game is being won and lost in the trenches. As you talked about, when their running backs have the ball, really, other than a few plays, they're getting to the linebackers. And on the offensive side of the ball, Hampton is not threatened vertically at all. So they're just packing 6, 7 guys, and it's very hard to block 7 guys with 5. There's always going to be 1 or 2 free runners, and it just makes it very difficult to operate your offense efficiently in that situation. You would have liked and hoped that Indiana would be able to, at least take a shot downfield. I know this isn't your quarterback, but you got to do something to try to soften up those linebackers and soften up that defense, because this is just not a good recipe tonight.
Well, Indiana, we will be in the mercy roll as we start the second half here, but please stay tuned for the Indiana Total Therapy halftime show, as we're going to have Pat's interview with our senior spotlight with Liam McFarland coming up next, and then we'll send it off to the Trib Live High School Sports halftime show. Again, we'll remind you that you can catch all the action later on this evening with the Renda Digital TV broadcast of this game. We're not doing it live tonight because we weren't permitted to do so here at Hampton, but you can catch it live after the fact, and be happy to have that presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home and SeaWorld Satellites, I believe, presenting the scoreboard on the broadcast as well. So be sure to check that out later on. You will see a lot of high-flying football. Unfortunately, it just has a bit for the Indiana High Little Indians in that first half. That's going to be our Indiana Total Therapy halftime show. Coming up next, we'll take a look at that senior spotlight and the high school sports halftime show from Triv Live. All that and more on Indiana High Little Indian football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and the Trib Live, and the Renda Digital TV Sports Network, brought to you by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
The Christmas Tree Growers Association, and Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. And another round of applause for the Sue Hewitt Dance Studio, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. Let's show them our support.
Then with the other two guys had to come into the first practice for Quentin.
Here's the snap. It's high. The kick is good! And they have won the game. And they burst onto the field, and pandemonium reigns out here at Andy Kosneski Field in double OT.
Okay, we're going to get... jeez. I got a little wet there, guys. I'll get Redinger.
Waiting the shotgun snap from Succiarelli. He hands it off to Hill. He's into the end zone easily.
The van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Indiana High sports fans, Gooden Associates Insurance Agency is just like you. They support Indiana High sports too. They're also proud to live in Indiana, where they help families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. Don't drop the ball. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Call Gooden Associates Insurance Agency at 724-465-8887. And go Indiana High Little Indians. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
This is attorney Patrick Doherty. When playing sports, it's important to know the rules of the game. When faced with a legal challenge, you also need to know the rules of the game. Allow me to use my more than 20 years of experience to help you develop a game plan for your legal needs. Whether it's criminal, real estate, estate planning, or family law, my office is here to help. Contact us at 737 Water Street in downtown Indiana to ensure you know the rules of the game. Good luck this season from the Law Office of Patrick Doherty.
Shield Industries of Indiana, your home for protective and decorative floor, concrete, and deck coatings, spray foam insulation, commercial roof coatings, waterproof and air barrier coatings. The team at ClimaShield Industries invites you to protect the things that matter to you the most. Whether it is commercial, residential, or industrial, give the team at ClimaShield a call for fast, reliable service for your next project. ClimaShield Industries of Indiana is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast and wants to wish the Lil Indians the best of luck.
The ARC of Indiana County, working with the ARC of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the ARC of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or the arcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
Meet the Berkshire Hathaway team, the quarterback, Tom Moreau.
In football, to be successful, you have to have the talent, the right game plan, and be able to execute it. In real estate, whether you are buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway always has the right game plan for you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced team at Berkshire will help you cross the goal line if you need to sell or you're in the market to buy.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience. Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, Indiana, and online, thepreferredrealty.com.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, biofreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
Year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
Welcome back to Indiana Total Therapy Halftime Show for our Senior Spotlight, brought to you by the White Township Recreation Complex and S&T Bank Arena, a proud supporter of Indiana County Athletics. Today I'm joined by Senior Liam McFarland. Liam, I know you were named a team captain. What does that mean to you?
It's pretty important to me, especially since I was voted on by the players. So I like, it makes me feel respected by everyone. It makes me feel good about that. So.
Okay. Tell me about your parents. What are their names?
My mom's name is Elizabeth and my dad's name is Tim.
Okay. They've been pretty active in supporting you throughout the years?
Yes, they have, definitely.
All right. Do you have any siblings?
Yes, I do. I have 4 siblings. I have 2 older sisters, 2 younger brothers, Sydney, Reese, Graham, who plays on the football team, and Callum.
Okay. How many years have you played football?
I think this is my 9th year playing football.
Okay. What is your favorite football memory?
Definitely beating Highlands last year for our homecoming game. That was an electric atmosphere. It was crazy.
Do you have a favorite athlete?
I'm from Ohio, so I'm probably going to say LeBron James. Definitely LeBron.
That's the first LeBron we've had all season.
Really?
That's an excellent choice, though. You know, many would argue that he and Jordan are probably the 2 best basketball players.
He's the GOAT for me.
All right, fair enough. Do you have any favorite movies?
I like Pacific Rim. The giant robots fighting the aliens. That's crazy.
You know, one of the Clarks picked that movie,
That's a
too.
great movie.
You know, I've never seen these giant aliens and robots, and so I got to check these movies out. All right, what's your favorite class in school?
Right now, probably physics. It's really interesting.
Okay. What are your remaining goals for the 2022 season?
You know, definitely my personal goals. I'd like to make an all-conference, whether it be honorable mention or first team. Definitely, I'd love to finish with at least a 500 record, you know, finish out on a good note.
Okay. Do you have any plans after high school?
I'm planning on going to a 4-year university. I don't know what I'm going to major in. Definitely something with sports, though.
Okay. Is there anyone you would like to thank?
Definitely my parents. They've been huge supporters my entire career. And
all right. Hey, Liam, thank you for joining us on Senior Spotlight, brought to you by the White Township Recreation Complex and the S&T Bank Arena. We'll return with more of the Indiana Total Therapy Halftime Show after this.
See, that's where I need to tell them.
Are you thinking of getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
Indiana High sports fans, Gooden Associates Insurance Agency is just like you. They support Indiana High sports too. They're also proud to live in Indiana, where they help families like yours with auto, home, life, business, and farm insurance. Don't drop the ball. Get the professional coaching you need to win at life. Call Gooden Associates Insurance Agency at 724-465-8887. And go Indiana High Little Indians. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Year, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
Fun for the entire family? White Township Recreation is now the hub for all of your youth and adult recreation programming. Programming is now open online for registration. White Township Rec offers anything from art classes to gymnastics to bowling to boxing, fitness classes, and much, much more. For more information on public skating, including birthday parties and recreation programs, please visit whitetownshiprec.org. That's whitetownshiprec.org. See you at Public Skate, S&T Bank Arena.
At Diamond Medical Supply, we're always on your team. No matter your sport, you can count on our support. With braces, bandages, biofreeze, and so much more, all to keep you in the game. We're a winning care solution, no matter what you play. Diamond Medical Supply, keeping you healthy this season because we care about care.
The Coney Island Restaurant wishes all the Indiana football teams the best of luck this season. The Coney is proud to say it has served the Indiana community for over 88 years. The Coney is a full-service restaurant with indoor and outdoor dining. The Coney also has full banquet facilities for whatever function you're planning. Visit the Coney website at theconey.com. The Coney, 642 Philadelphia Street in the heart of downtown Indiana.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
The Christmas Tree Growers Association, and Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. And another round of applause for the Sue Hewitt Dance Studio, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. Let's show them our support.
Then with the other two guys had to come into the first practice for Quentin.
Here's the snap. It's high. The kick is good! And they have won the game. And they burst onto the field, and pandemonium reigns out here at Andy Kosneski Field in double OT.
Okay, we're going to get... I got a little wet there, guys. I'll get Redinger.
Waiting the shotgun snap from Succiarelli. He hands it off to Hill. He's into the end zone easily. And
off, and it's another short kick to Evan Brocious. He's going to make a couple of guys miss, spins his way across the 40-yard line, and he's going to be dropped at about the 46. So a nice second half kickoff return by Brocious. We'll see if it jump starts the Indiana offense as they trail 35-0. So we will be in the mercy roll as that clock continues to run here to start the second half. Hampton with the huge first half lead.
Yeah, Indiana now, they just want to come out and try to make positive plays, try to build something for next week, run their offense, keep the ball in their hands.
So Brocious is in motion here as a spread formation, some movement on that line. We'll see. The defensive line definitely came across, but whether or not they were...
Looked like Indiana moved first.
It looked like it might have been left guard. So that will be against the Little Indians and move it back 5 yards to the 41. 1st and 15. It's going to be a quick-moving second half. If you're joining us,
looks like Quinn Lipniskis is in at quarterback for the Little Indians now. He's the JV quarterback, so he's going to get some reps here tonight.
Man in motion. The give is going to be up the middle. And the handoff is going to be for a couple of yards to Garrison Doherty. So Garrison back to where he's been accustomed to playing all season long as the running back. We'll see if this does anything differently for the offense. 2nd down and 13 now. Same formation, long count. I don't think they were drawn that time, but the defense definitely jumped off sides.
Yeah, they definitely jumped off sides.
I think this is going to go against the Talbots. And there were 2 or 3 of them that tried to time that snap count. And that is 5-yard penalty, and we'll move the football to face a 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line. Here's Lipniskus back to pass. He's going to have to roll off to the right, trying to fight his way forward. He does complete the pass. Did he complete it? They're going to say incomplete as Kalchuk was bobbling the ball. Good job by Quinn to roll out to the right, avoid the pressure, and got the ball off, but Kalchuk did not pull it in cleanly before he went out of bounds, so 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I mean, he really did a nice job of getting out on the perimeter and put the ball right there. It would have been short of a 1st down.
Boy, Hampton showing all kinds of pressure as Lipniskus back to pass. He's trying to roll away from a little bit of pressure. He does roll away. He does fire across the middle, and then that looks like it was going to be intercepted.
And
I think that might have been Hasselrig.
Yep.
And their defensive backs all showed pressure and were able to drop back quickly enough. Give Quinn a lot of credit to be able to avoid that pressure and get the ball off, but it went right under the arms of...
It looked like it was originally set up to be a screen pass, and he just couldn't get the ball off and then rolled and tried to get it to the sideline. And what a great break by Hasselrig. Man,
yeah,
that was like a bullet. He just bang right there and got the ball.
Such speed. Able to make up a lot of ground quickly. So the ball is going to be placed at Hampton's own 44-yard line. First team guys still out there for the Talbots, 9:02 in a running clock. Spread formation. The ball is going to be thrown off the mark to Hasselrig. Seems like they want to get him a few more stats before they sit him down tonight. As you said, he's getting some college looks, so. But that pass off the mark. 2nd and 10. Same formation here. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Borgo in the backfield. I'd imagine this might go back in the air. But no, it's going to go to Weeks, who's going to be the man in motion. And Liam McFarland in the backfield makes the tackle.
Really nice job by Liam there.
And he read that play beautifully and was able to get up there, moved off his receiver that he was covering quickly, and dropped him in the backfield. Boy, looking at that replay, he was clearly dropped for loss. And they moved him back to the line of scrimmage for quote-unquote forward progress. But 3rd and 10 at the 44-yard line now, under 8 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter. 35-0 Hampton. Trips receivers to the right. The only receiver left is Hasselrig. Keep an eye on that man. Receiver in motion. To the left, here's Mayer back to pass. Inside screen, going to be hitting Borgo. Borgo fighting his way forward. He is going to take it all the way into the end zone for a touchdown. Another screen pass. Some more good blocking down the field by those receivers. Sealing off that sideline for Brock Borgo to take it all the way into the end zone for a 56-yard screen pass touchdown. 41-0. Extra point attempt is up. There's the horn. It is good, 42-0, 7:29 left to go in the 3rd quarter. Back in 60 seconds. Indiana High, Little Indian Football, 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
Luther Ford, one trusted name, 2 great locations. Right now at Luther Ford, order your new Ford and lock in 2.9% APR financing for 60 months, no matter when your new vehicle comes in. That's right, order your new vehicle now and your interest rate is locked in even if rates go up. Just stop in today and drive away in your new vehicle from Luther Ford. Luther Ford, 2 great locations, Homer City and Evansburg. Click on lutherford.com.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
I believe that was McFarland on the kickoff return, takes it up to the 39-yard line. Clock immediately runs, being in the mercy rule. That is a 42-0 score. We'll go down to Doug Steve here in a minute for the Crimson Wealth Management sideline report after this play. Trips split to the right. Here is McFarland coming in motion. He's going to get the handoff on the left-hand side, trying to find that edge. He does fight forward for a couple of yards. We'll go down to Doug Steve, who's on the sidelines, and second half, much like the first half so far, Doug.
Well, yeah, and you know, you guys have talked about they're not that big up front for Hampton, but I tell you what, they use tremendous, just terrific technique. And, you know, it doesn't matter how tall, big or strong you are or how small you are. If you use proper technique, you can get the job done, and that's what they're doing tonight, back upstairs.
2-yard gain for McFarland, and here is going to be a quarterback keeper. And up the middle, he makes a couple of guys miss. He's going to pick up a first down, and looks like he's going to be into the secondary and into Hampton territory.
Yeah, that was just a quarterback lead. He just followed his blocker and was able to get a first down. Good run by Quinn. Is this Indiana's first time in Hampton's territory?
I believe it has been their first time. And going back to a point Doug made, I've also been impressed with their receivers and who are running down the field too. With the blocking, that they hold their blocks the whole way down. That helps to spring these receivers or running backs. Here is Quinn dropping back to pass. Boy, he had a couple of guys open, but the ball is thrown a little bit short.
He was under tremendous pressure.
Had to get rid of that football very quickly. But you did see there was one defensive back and 2 receivers, both looking like they're running fly patterns down the field. 2nd and 10, but they are in Talbot's territory here at the 49-yard line. Trailing 42-0 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Here is going to be the run up the middle, and there's just nothing there for Doherty. And the middle has had nothing all night, and I'm surprised Indiana keeps going back to that. But, well, they're going to give him a yard. But that is just such tough sledding as this Hampton team has really done a good job there.
They really have done a good job of just controlling the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 9. Here's Quinn rolling out to the right. He does fire. Ball is going to be a little bit off the mark, though. Incomplete pass. He had Brocious in that area, so was Kalchuk. I think that was intended for Brocious, but it was just out of his reach.
Yeah, you know, Quinn just rushed that a little bit. If he's able to set his feet and just give a good ball, I think he has Evan wide open.
I think he had a little more time than he expected there, too. He's been under such pressure since he's come into the football game, but it looked like he had more time there and still just rushed the throw a little bit. So they are going to go for it here on 4th and 9, under 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Spread formation. Here's Quinn back to pass. He's going to fire it deep down the field, and it's going to be intercepted. So intercepted by Hampton. They're going to take it across the 50, still on his feet, and takes it down to about the 30-yard line, and that so trying to see who was the young man who intercepted it.
Number 15.
So that's Willie Hasselrig?
Is that who it was?
So if that's who it is, I'm guessing that's the younger brother of the other Hasselrig. But either way, it is an interception. The ball taken all the way down on the return to the 28-yard line of Indiana. And it looks like we are seeing Well, you still have Borgo out there.
Still out
you still have Hasselrig out there.
Hasselrig's out there. Midgley's going to be out there. As I said, he started the last couple weeks at quarterback, so it's not really much of a difference.
And he is going to take the football, dropping back to pass, and it's going to be intercepted. Kalchuk. Boy, they were looking to go deep again, and you know what? That's
good.
I think I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to get him some looks, but when you're up 42-0, I don't know how much a scout's going to really notice.
Yeah, it's 42-0. If you want to grind the ball, you want to put in your backups, that's fine if you want to get them some work. But, you're trying to get the ball to your guys, and that's just not a good look for this first-year head coach at Hampton.
I think I think Doug said Bush League. It certainly is. You don't. There's no need. You don't get bonus points for how big of a point differential you score here.
Yeah.
So 42-0, and they were going for the home run ball, underthrown. Kalchuk intercepts it. Ball is placed at their own 9-yard line. So Indiana's offense comes back onto the field, trailing 42-0. Spread formation here. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Here comes McFarland in motion. He is going to get the fake handoff, and a keeper here for Quinn. He's going to try to take it across the 10. He's hit out of bounds. That's kind of a late hit there, but no flag on the play. Does pick up about 2 yards, maybe 3, depending on where they spot him out of bounds.
Yeah, let's see where they put this.
Looks like they're going to put it at about the 13-yard line. So.
No, they're moving it back.
Now they're moving it
at
back.
The 11.
So the sticks.
Gain of 2.
Seems like the far official and the near official have not been on the same page a lot tonight, but 2nd down and 8, and here is a quarterback draw up the middle, finding a little bit of running room. He avoids one tackle, avoids another one as he crosses the 15, gets to about the 16-yard line. Did a nice job making a couple of guys miss, and then probably should have just plowed forward for that extra couple of yards, but either way, it was a nice run. Looked like a design quarterback draw.
Yeah, and it's good that Quinn is able to get some work here at the varsity level. You got to see what you have.
3rd and 3. Ball on their own 16-yard line. He's back to pass. He's going to be chased out of the pocket. Rolling to the right-hand side. He's going to fire it. Nice play to Kalchuk, who's going to just slide down. Good job by Quinn, though. He's doing a nice job of avoiding the pressure because they are coming after him, and he was able to get outside the pocket, found Kalchuk, 1st down throw.
And that's the thing. Now that you actually have a passing element, and I'm sure that Hampton has some reserves in on defense, but
they do.
He's able to make some plays and soften up that defense a little bit.
Ball is placed at the 20-yard line. Here is Evan Brocious, who's going to take the handoff around the end. He's making a couple of guys miss. Boy, he almost was brought down in the backfield. It looked like that play was set up for disaster, and instead he picks up about 2 or 3 yards. So a nice play by Brocious to avoid the tackle and make something positive out of that play. 2nd down and 7. See if Indiana gets another playoff here with just under 10 seconds left to go. They don't have to call play, but they are going to. Here's Quinn, back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's going to keep it on the ground. Here's try to hit that edge. Boy, close to a block in the back there, but he's going to find a 1st down and more. The official looked like he might have wanted to reach into his pocket there as that was right on the side, and he elected not to.
If he did throw it, it would not have been a surprise.
And I'll tell you what, looking at the replay, he could have thrown it. But either way, it was a no call.
And it was a nice run.
That's our 3rd quarter. We're going to come back with a 1st down for Indiana, and we return 42-0 Hampton. You're listening to WDAD and Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home.
Business happens here, and here, and here. At First Commonwealth, we believe that to be the best bank for the businesses that create strong communities, we need to understand the way they work, see their companies firsthand, meet them face to face, and build a relationship so we can help them build their business.
Contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. And create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
First down carry by Isaac Nygren as we return in the fourth quarter. Picks up a yard. 2nd down and 9 from their own 48-yard line. And the defense moving again here. We'll see if they were drawn. Indiana has had a habit this year being able to draw defenses offside with the long count, and did it again. So 5-yard penalty. If you're just joining us, well, might be sorry you did. 42-0 if you're an Indiana fan. They've came out trailing 35-0 at the half, but are finding some positives here in the second half as a nice pass play here, wide receiver screen, I believe, to Brocious right near the line of scrimmage, so he's going to get no gain, 3rd down and 4.
I think that was to Kowchuk. Wasn't it? Did they throw that to, I don't know, I can't tell.
We will, well, if we get a replay, we will see. But either way, it is 3rd down and 4. So we were in the mercy rule for this entire second half due to pretty high-flying Hampton offense. It seemed like everything was working for them on the ground, in the air. Got a lot of weapons. Indiana's D could not stop them. 10.5 to go in this game, and here is Quinn, who's in the football game. Trevor Smith not able to play tonight. He's injured. He's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage, though.
I think Indiana turned up field would be my guess,
Yes.
but let's see.
This one definitely looks like it is on the Little Indians. And it is. So legal shift, but he was tackled well into the backfield, so they are going to decline the penalty. Ball is going to be placed, well, they're going to actually give him closer to the line of scrimmage, so he's going to lose just about a yard where he looked like he could have lost more than that. 4th down and 5. I imagine Indiana's going to go for this.
Yeah, at this point, you have nothing to lose. I mean,
9:55 to go in this football game. 42-0 Hampton. Here's Quinn back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, eludes one tackler, gets into the open field, misses it, makes a couple of guys miss. He's still on his feet as he picks up a 1st down and takes it to about the 39-yard line. Did a nice job of eluding the first tackler and then sidestepped right between 2 tacklers there and looking on that replay and was able to get the 1st down. That's some nice running.
yeah, it really was. Just getting something positive and, you know, keeping the ball and, you know, just keep trying to build something.
1st and 10 from the 38-yard line now. Here is going to be McFarland with the football, drops the ball. He's going to lose a yard now as the ball hits the ground. That had been a problem early on. Again, without Trevor Smith, a little bit of a revamped offense tonight. Wildcat type of offense, but the ball had been put on the ground in that first quarter 3 different times by Indiana. They lost one of them. That was the very first offensive series, and it led to the first Hampton touchdown of the game. 2nd down and 12 now from the 40. Here is going to be the give to McFarland again. He does find a hole as he cuts it around to the outside. Crosses the 30 into the 25-yard line. Takes it near the 20 when he's finally pushed out of bounds. So a nice hole opened up there for Indiana as Liam McFarland finds some running room. Good block on the outside by Evan Brocious. And they're going to place the ball at the 22. Again, the Renda Digital TV stream, you'll be able to watch the game in its entirety following the conclusion of the game tonight. It is not live if you're looking for it, but it will be available to watch after the fact. 8 minutes to go in this football game. Here is Quinn back to pass. Some pressure. He's going to be hit and dropped immediately. Well, that's a big man coming in there to drop him, and that is number 80, I believe, Braxton Easley. He's a 6'3", 220-pound senior. He swallowed up Quinn very quickly. Loss of about 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 16.
Yeah, he had a free run right at Quinn. Quinn had nowhere to go.
He's been under pressure, but has been able to avoid a lot of it so far as he drops back to pass again. Here's the receiver screen to Mills. He's going to fight his way forward. He's going to get to first down and more as he's finally pushed out of bounds.
It's James Mill.
And James Mill was able to get that quick throw, turned on the Jets and took it inside the 10-yard line. Indiana with their first and goal on the night. They're at the 7-yard line. 6:55 left to go here in this game, but a 1st and goal for the Little Indians from the 7. See if maybe we'll go down to Doug Steve with our Crimson Wealth Management sideline report here in a minute or two. Here's a spread formation, and Quinn back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, looking for a receiver. Hits man deep into the end zone. That's a touchdown for Indiana. Looks like Liam McFarland makes the catch and really give Quinn a lot of credit. Rolling to the left, or rolling to his right, I should say, and avoiding that pressure. Doug, what'd you see down there? That was right near you down at the field.
Well, Lebniscus did a great job rolling out, and Lee McFarland did a great job himself of getting free from the defender, and it was an easy touchdown pass.
42-6, 6:27 left to go. Indiana's finally on the board here this evening. Extra point is up and good, 42-7. We'll come back with the Indiana High kickoff when we return. Indiana High football on WDAD, Red Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
A van hasn't returned your call? Chuck in a truck can't get there for 2 months? Stop dealing with fly-by-nighters and call a company that's fully capable for all your plumbing and heating needs. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated is on call 24/7, 365 days a year. Visit us at joyceplumbing.com. That's joyceplumbing.com. Joyce Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Incorporated, the best place in town to take a leak. PA 042115.
Recently voted Best Landscaping Company in Indiana County, Johnston Nursery Landscaping has been serving the area since 2002 in all phases of landscaping. J&L's primary focus is year-round property maintenance, driveway seal coating, excavation, and wholesale and retail Christmas tree sales. Let J&L take away the hassle of fall leaf cleanup and also help with those fall landscaping projects. It's a great time of year to work on those beautiful home projects. Check them out on Facebook, Johnston Nursery Landscaping.
And the kick by the Little Indians. Going to be returned. Makes a couple of guys miss. And Hampton fights his way forward across the 50-yard line. So good field position here for Hampton as he's finally thrown out of bounds. That's number 28 for Hampton, who is Evan McAney. Was able to make a couple of guys miss early on and then found some running room, some green ahead of him. First down and 10 now. Hampton. Ball is going to be placed at the 42-yard line.
Yeah,
40.
That was just individual effort right there by the return man for Hampton. Indiana had him wrapped up, and they just could not get him on the ground. Tristan Redinger with a touchdown-saving tackle as the kicker came over. So
42-7 is our score, and for Hampton, Adrian Midgley is going to stay in at quarterback. A lot of other new faces in there, though. The handoff is going to be up the middle. That is going to be number 1, I believe. That's Dylan Rubenstein, who's a 5'8" senior. He's going to pick up a good gain on first down, about 8 yards.
8 yards, 9 yards on that play, 2nd and 1.
They're going to give him a 9, actually. So the ball placed now at the 33-yard line of Indiana. You don't want to give another one up here. You just got on the board. Like to try to keep them out of the end zone for the remainder of the night. And
they blew this one dead, so let's see what this penalty is.
They blew it dead.
Looks like motion.
And then threw a flag after the fact. So it was almost like, oops, forgot to throw that. legal procedure that's going to send it back 5 yards. So instead of 2nd and 1, it's 2nd and 6.
That clock is winding down under
It's
closing in on 4 minutes.
Moved extremely quickly here in the second half, as you would expect with the mercy rule. Here's Midgley. Hands the ball off to Rubenstein again. He's going to be hit in the backfield, though, and this time he is
Josh
dropped.
Scanlon. Good job by Josh Scanlon. The senior outside linebacker came up and made a nice play.
Came inside, stayed home, met Rubenstein right in the backfield. 3-yard loss, 3rd and 9. Number 28 there, Evan McCaney.
Oh, how are those sticks? That's interesting. Oh, okay, I see what happened.
So, ball at the 41-yard line. Little confusion here on Hampton's part. They didn't seem to know what play to be called, so they're going to take a timeout. We'll take one as well. Back in 60 seconds.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Beyond the Sunset Pet Crematory in Indiana understands the importance of those qualities and is proud to be a presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. The team at Beyond the Sunset can guide your family in creating a meaningful ceremony to honor the life and memory of a beloved pet. When you need help with this celebration, you can find them online at beyondthesunsetpets.com, helping families and friends honor their loved one.
The ARC of Indiana County, working with the ARC of PA to find solutions to improve the lives of those with disabilities. The COVID-19 Health Disparities Initiative focuses on finding solutions that save the lives of those that are in need and deliver results to increase health equity for all individuals with disabilities now and in the future. If you are interested in learning more about this initiative with the ARC of PA and the Pennsylvania Department of Health, please go to arcindiana.org or the arcpa.org for more information, paid for in part by the Pennsylvania Department of Health.
So we come back, Carson Potter takes it for about a 3-yard pickup on 3rd and 9. Now it's 4th and 6 for Hampton. Midgley back to pass. He's going to fire deep down the field. Had a receiver open. That was Willie Hasselrig. But the ball going to be overthrown, and that's going to be a turnover on downs for Hampton, and Indiana will bring their troops back out in the field. So if you're joining us, first half did not go Indiana's way. 6 offensive possessions for Hampton. They scored on 5 of them, almost all 6. The 6th one ended, it was the very first drive, ended right on the 4-yard line. But Indiana's offense missing Trevor Smith, obviously missing a couple of their linemen with the Clark boys out. And it's impacted them here tonight as their offense really couldn't get anything going. Tried the Wildcat for a while with Garrison Doherty and now Quinn Lipniskis in. They did score a touchdown on their last drive. Here is going to be a handoff from the 38-yard line. McFarland with the carry. He's going to get about 2 yards to the 40. 2 minutes left to go in this running clock. 42-7 is our score. McFarland was the focus of this Indiana Senior Spotlight in our Indiana Total Therapy halftime show. Here's Quinn Lipniskis back to pass. He's going to be tuck the football away and run forward. Gets about 3-4 more yards. It's going to set up a 3rd and short.
Yeah, I mean that. They just tried to really just get him out, and Quinn got some positive yardage. It's good to see him in a varsity game, getting some snaps, because you got to develop a backup quarterback plan.
And he looks comfortable.
Yeah,
he's done a good job.
He's run the offense.
Has been under a lot of pressure since he's been in there and has adjusted very well to it. 3rd and 4, he drops back to pass. Here's a wide receiver screen to Kauchuk. He's going to find some running room on the right-hand side for a first down into Hampton Talbot's territory. Across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. 50 seconds left to go, running clock, so Indiana may have time for 1 or 2 more, but not much more than that. Unless they would elect to call a timeout, which I don't necessarily expect.
No, I don't. I think Indiana's just looking to just try to string a couple positive plays together and then get out of here and get on the bus.
Here's Lipniskus back to pass. He's going to try to roll out, but nowhere to go with the ball, and he's going to be wrapped up and dropped. Sacked, and that may do it. They may not run another play as he loses a few yards there. 15 seconds left to go. And I don't think they're going to run another play. Nope, that is going to do it. 42-7 is our final score. Hampton defeats Indiana. Indiana will fall to 3-5 on the year. So 42-7 our final score. Stay tuned. We have our First Commonwealth Bank post-game show coming up next. First Commonwealth Bank, Tie Know You First, member FDIC. Indiana falls to Hampton tonight 42-7. You're listening to Indiana High Little Indian Football, AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM, Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home.
Robindale Energy Services is a proud supporter of high school athletics and our hometown community. To do its part for the local rural areas, Robindale Energy has been cleaning up refuse coal piles that dot the western Pennsylvania landscape. These waste piles, remnants from past decades of mining in the region, are removed and used to create affordable energy for America. Robindale Energy has helped to clean up hundreds of miles of streams and channels. In the area where the land has been restored for a while, streams have become alive again and able to support plant and fish life. For employment opportunities, contact Robindale Energy at 814-446-6700, extension 122.
The entire team at Sky Point Crane in Indiana would like to wish the Little Indians the best of luck this season. Sky Point Crane offers professional crane service, rigging service, and 3D lift planning for the oil and gas industries, general construction, manufacturing, mining, and energy, and telecommunication. With expert advice, execution, and the top-of-the-line customer service, Sky Point Crane is an industry leader in Western Pennsylvania, Ohio, Maryland, and West Virginia. Good luck, Indiana, from the team at Sky Point Crane.
Are you thinking about getting vaccinated? Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about the COVID-19 vaccine. The Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania would also like to remind you that COVID-19 vaccines are available for children as young as 6 months. Talk to your doctor, your child's pediatrician, or your pharmacist if you have questions. You can also learn more by visiting vaccines.gov. That's vaccines.gov. Message made possible by the Health Initiative for Rural Pennsylvania.
At IRMC, we have all of the necessary pieces in place to perform complex operations, including highly skilled and specially trained surgeons, their support team of experts, and advanced technology like the Da Vinci robotic surgical system. As a result, patients spend less time in the hospital, recover faster, and get treated close to home. So there's no reason to puzzle over where you should get your surgical care. The answer is right here at IRMC.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
Not the fun ones to do after the game. Hampton really came on and took it to Indiana tonight. You know, with Trevor Smith out, he went with Garrison Doherty at the Wildcat there at QB. Hampton came on and played a great game.
Yeah, it just didn't quite unfold the way I was hoping. You know, we had him in a good position, you know, where we had him stopped. You know, we picked it off, and we had a chance to get a drive established, and then we put the ball on the ground, and it seemed to just go south for us after that. It's kind of a slippery slope, and we never recovered from it. Go ahead.
No, it just seemed like both the line of scrimmages, offensively, defensively, Hampton really controlled that this evening, and that made it difficult for Indiana.
Right, you know, very disappointing. I thought we were going to respond better in this environment. We knew it would be tough. We were fighting for our playoff lives. I was really expecting, you know, much tougher performance, you know, gutty, gritty, smash mouth performance. That was the plan going in. You know, I'm not going to sit here and second guess myself putting our most effective running back at Wildcat. Lots of teams do it. It just unfortunately didn't unfold the way that we hoped.
You know, now with 2 weeks left, one section game left next week at home with North Catholic, Pretty much the playoff hopes are shattered after tonight. How difficult is it as a head coach to keep players focused these last couple weeks of the season, knowing that they're just playing to end their season?
Right. I talked to the kids about it at halftime. I said, listen, we're trying to lay the framework for a winning program moving forward, and we know that there's a lot of bridges to be built, and the program needs to grow. We need to attract kids and athletes, and we need more linemen. We only practiced about 7 or 8 linemen this week. You know, not to make any excuses, but we have a long way to go to grow this program. And it's important, I told the seniors, for them to show up day in and day out and teach these younger kids how to approach the business of getting better and improving.
You know, one bright spot probably in the second half, Quinn Lipniskas came in, the JV quarterback. It was good to get some reps at the varsity level, even though a lot against Hampton's second team defense, but I thought he did a nice job under control and kept his poise out there.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a spark for us, and we moved the ball. And I mean, he has wills. He's dangerous in open space. He's one of the faster kids in our team. He has a strong arm. He just needs to continue to develop and be coached up and see things in the passing game, and we'll work on him with that this week.
Okay, good luck next week with North Catholic, and put this one behind us.
That's all you can do. Shower it off, watch it on film, learn from it, and grow. And make sure that our kids understand that it's not acceptable to in their minds mentally check out at this point in time. We have to be engaged. We have to be hungry. We have to continue to improve.
Okay, thanks a lot, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, there you have it, Head Coach Brad Wright, and we'll take it back upstairs.
Thank you very much, Doug. That was our Crimson Wealth Management sideline report. Doug will make his way back up into the booth, and we'll come back and from our First Commonwealth Bank post-game show and take a look at the recap of this game, some First Commonwealth quick stats and more. Also, we'll have our Gooden Associates Player of the Game coming up during the halftime show as well. You are listening to Indiana High Little Indian football as the Little Indians fall to Hampton 42-7 tonight. You are listening to AM 1450 WDAD, 100.3 FM. And Renda Digital TV, presented by Bowser Minnick Funeral Home.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Here, we go on a search for great snacks or treats. Children enjoy more than just candy on Halloween. The best sources of calcium are milk, yogurt, and cheese. Kids like us love string cheese because it's tasty and fun to pull, twist, and eat. And parents love string cheese because it's rich in calcium, whatever that is. So give us kids the fun and goodness we are looking for. Make it a very dairy Halloween. A message from Allied Milk Producers.
Meet the Berkshire Hathaway team, the quarterback, Tom Moreau.
In football, to be successful, you have to have the talent, the right game plan, and be able to execute it. In real estate, whether you are buying or selling, Berkshire Hathaway always has the right game plan for you. Hi, I'm Tom Moreau from Berkshire Hathaway. Our experienced team at Berkshire will help you cross the goal line if you need to sell or you're in the market to buy.
The face of integrity, passion, and experience. Berkshire Hathaway, 200 South 7th Street, Indiana, and online, thepreferredrealty.com.
Business happens here, and here, and here. At First Commonwealth, we believe that to be the best bank for the businesses that create strong communities, we need to understand the way they work, see their companies firsthand, meet them face to face, and build a relationship so we can help them build their business.
The Indiana County Technology Center is now accepting enrollment in our adult education programs. The ICTC's adult education programs offer in-demand post-secondary programs tailored to empower student success. From cosmetology to welding and practical nursing, the ICTC has a program for everyone. Indiana County Technology Center, empowering tomorrow's workforce.
Luxembourg's Jewelers, a proud supporter of all the area athletes, would like to wish the best of luck to all the Heritage Conference schools and, of course, the Indiana Little Indians this season. With 2 convenient locations, Luxembourg's Jewelers is the winning choice for gifts of any occasion. Show your school pride with gifts ranging from beautifully logoed coffee mugs, keychains, money clips, water bottles, and more. From the Indiana Mall to downtown Indiana, Hip, Jeff, and the Luxembourg's team wishes everyone an MVP season. Luxembourg's Jewelers is Indiana's jeweler.
Shield Industries of Indiana, your home for protective and decorative floor, concrete, and deck coatings, spray foam insulation, commercial roof coatings, waterproof and air barrier coatings. The team at ClimaShield Industries invites you to protect the things that matter to you the most. Whether it is commercial, residential, or industrial, give the team at ClimaShield a call for fast, reliable service for your next project. ClimaShield Industries of Indiana is a proud sponsor of tonight's broadcast and wants to wish the Little Indians the best of luck.
Recently voted Best Landscaping Company in Indiana County, Johnston Nursery Landscaping has been serving the area since 2002 in all phases of landscaping. J&L's primary focus is year-round property maintenance, driveway seal coating, excavation, and wholesale and retail Christmas tree sales. Let J&L take away the hassle of fall leaf cleanup and also help with those fall landscaping projects. It's a great time of year to work on those beautiful home projects. Check them out on Facebook, Johnston Nursery Landscaping.
Really didn't go Indiana's way from the very beginning. The opening drive, Hampton takes it all the way down, and just when Indiana you think they're catching a break with the interception on the botched field goal attempt, 2 plays later they fumbled the football, and really Hampton never looked back. But their offense never slowed down one bit. Even that opening drive, they didn't score, but they took it all the way down to the 4, and it seemed like everything was working for Hampton. Doug, I think your comment to the coach, it was won and lost for Indiana, won for Hampton at that line of scrimmage, both sides. So I thought that Hampton controlled it all night. They had tremendous blocking. They were in the backfield and completely shut down the running attack, and there was really no passing attack until late in the game for Indiana. So
yeah, I mean, Indiana was one-dimensional, and they knew that kind of going into the game. And if you're going to be one-dimensional, you have to be able to at least control the line of scrimmage, and really they were not able to. And we've seen that. Unfortunately, this has been a little bit of a recurring theme the last several weeks. Not having the Clark brothers up front has really hampered their running attack. And when you become one-dimensional, we saw the last 2 weeks. You know, Armstrong did it last week. Hampton did it this week. They're bringing 7 guys against 5 linemen, so there's going to be 2 free runners every time. And that's just a recipe for disaster.
And, you know, North Catholic and Plum will do the same thing in the next 2 weeks. They watch film, the coaches watch film, see what's going on. It just, I mean, it's frustrating because, you know, Indiana, the players are out there trying, they're giving everything they have. And,
yes.
And I mean, it doesn't help with the injuries, with the linemen and with Trevor Smith being out and throwing Garrison in as quarterback. But they're trying to, as the coaching staff, I know they're trying to do anything they can to put the best people in the best spots to be competitive. But, you know, what I want to see here in the next couple of weeks is just the mindset of the Indiana players. They're not playing for themselves. They're not playing for, I mean, they're playing for everyone that has worn the uniform of Indiana over the years, that pride. And they still have to take pride. I mean, yeah, they're not in the playoff hunt, but they still have to take pride knowing you're playing for Indiana high school football.
And you can get to that 500 mark. That's what you have to, the goals change now. You win these last 2, you're 5-5, okay, you can live with that. You know, and you want to see some guys start making a step, trying to get a little better, get them some repetitions. You know, as coach is saying, he's trying to build a program long-term, not short-term. Hey, look, this isn't a matter of lack of effort. This wasn't a matter of, you know, the coaches, they're trying to put these kids in the best position they can. Unfortunately, sometimes it doesn't work out. And, you know, Hampton came out ready to play tonight. They look like a team that was fighting to try to get in a playoff berth. And, you know, they have pedigree. You know, these kids have won. They've had success. And they came out ready to go tonight. And we didn't answer the call, but you know, next week's a new week.
No, and, you know, people say, well, Indiana shouldn't be in this conference. But you know what? If you look at their schedule, they play 5 teams that are smaller than them, 5 teams that are larger than them. You know what? That's what's been dealt to them. Just go out there and, you have to do the work in the off season. I think Coach Wright will have a full off season this year to get things going. And you do, when you see teams, we played Mars, and these teams have 80 kids dressed in the sideline. We have 40 in the low 40s. That makes a huge difference. But you have to continue to be positive and get the kids out playing and next man up attitude. The Clarks have been out. Right. We've said it many, many times, but that just gives two other people opportunities to prove what they have, and at all positions, just not that position. So, I think there's opportunities here in these last 2 weeks for next year already for some of these underclassmen.
We'll come back and we'll name our Gooden Associates Player of the Game here on the First Commonwealth Bank post-game show and wrap this one up. Indiana falls to Hampton 42-7 tonight, and we'll come back and conclude this broadcast when we return on AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV, presented by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home.
Athletic contests involve strength, determination, and perseverance. The team at Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana is proud to be the presenting sponsor of all the Lil Indians video broadcasts this year. A great game plan involves advanced planning and preparation for the unknown. Anyone can create a plan at any stage in their life. For help with your family's advanced planning, reach out to Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home in Indiana and at BowserMinnick.com. Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home, celebrating each life as uniquely as it was lived.
Whether your goals include college education funding, retirement planning, generating income, or reducing taxes, at Crimson Wealth Management Group, we've got you covered. We make it easy for you to make the right decisions by offering you access to a comprehensive array of investment products and wealth management strategies under one roof. One stop for all your financial needs. Crimson Wealth Management Group is committed to helping you pursue your goals, whatever they may be. Stop in and speak with me, Doug Steve, today. You'll be glad you did. Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Commonwealth post-game show, 42-0. Hampton wins against the Little Indians. Our Gooden Associates Player of the Game. Not a lot of choices.
No, the way Quinn Lipniscus came out there in the second half, the one thing that he showed was some poise. He really never panicked. It didn't look like it was too big for him. Now, granted, the dogs essentially had been called off, and a Talbot is a dog, by the way, Doug. It's an extinct dog, but it is a dog. The dogs had been called off.
I came here for a reason, so now I can go home.
Yeah. So, but he operated the offense. He made some first downs. He made some plays with his legs. He hit the touchdown pass to Liam McFarland. That's the one bright spot on the night.
We'll see what happens next week in terms of whether Trevor will be back, or if not, who they have at quarterback. So I
think if Trevor's not able to go, I think Quinn showed well tonight to at least be in the conversation.
And that way you don't weaken two different or three different positions. You right. Put your backup quarterback in that sense, and you go from there and see what he can do.
You're not one-dimensional.
Yeah, see what you can do, because you know what? He and Trevor Smith will be next year around too, so you got some opportunities there. So, but we'll see what happens.
Well, that is our final. That'll do it for this broadcast. First Commonwealth post-game show, 42-7. Indiana will be back home next week against North Catholic. We'll have that broadcast with our pregame show beginning at 6:30. So we hope you join us for that. Then we'll see what this Little Indians team looks like, and I think we're going to see a motivated Indiana team next week and against North Catholic, going back home with the fans behind them. I think it's going to be a fun game. So we'll hopefully see a better turnout with this team next week against North Catholic.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
42-7 is our final score. Thank you for joining us. For Doug Steve, for Pat Doherty, for Garrett back at the station. We do appreciate all of his help. I'm Mark Hilliard signing off and telling you to join us next week. Thanks you for tuning in. 42-7, Hampton defeats Indiana. You have been listening to Indiana High Little Indian Football on AM 1450 WDAD 100.3 FM and Renda Digital TV, presented by the Bowser-Minnick Funeral Home. Good night, everybody.
The Christmas Tree Growers Association, and Diamond Drug and Diamond Medical Supply. And another round of applause for the Hugh Hewitt Dance Studio, ladies and gentlemen. They did a great job. Let's show them our support.
Then with the other two guys had to come into the first practice for Quentin.
Here's the snap. It's high. The kick is good! And they have won the game. And they burst onto the field, and pandemonium rains out here at Andy Kosneski Field in double OT.
Okay, we're going to get... Jeez. I got a little wet there, guys. I'll get Redinger.
Waiting the shotgun snap from Succiarelli. Hands it off to Hill. He's into the end zone easily. And
2 plays later, a fumble.